The camera's on top of it.
It isn't.
It's not. Do you want to borrow my glasses, you?
Right, we are live.
Is the camera up on that tripod?
You'll see it in a second. Hang on. Just need to make sure that you can see your bit. So I'll do that. I got it there.
It's like a dash cam.
Is
on
it?
top of the tripod.
This must be like how Marilyn Monroe felt when they were setting up and she was all in a trailer sulking because they couldn't set up on time.
Yeah.
Feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Carl H. Davis. Happy birthday. Yeah, poo poo padoo.
We are actually live, by the way.
How do we know?
Yeah, diamonds
Yeah.
are a girl's best friend.
Good to-
We don't know this.
Everybody can hear you.
Can they? But can they see us?
It's coming through a pair of headphones with nothing else.
We're having technical difficulties.
Sobering them up.
Right, where are we? There we go. You should be able to see now. Is that full screen?
Technical difficulties.
Is it full screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
More or less, yeah. Okay.
It wants that other one, top, double windows at the top to make it a full screen. Done it there, the top ones to make it full. Because it's... you.
Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Are we
Yeah.
going?
How come there's a time delay on it though?
I can't.
Billy Healy's just put up, can't see you, but you can hear us.
You can't see anything.
I can't see your screen, so you're just gonna have to make do with it at the moment.
Yeah, but we can't see anything.
Because you're broadcasting to the internet, so it's you've got to broadcast to the internet and then come back again to the on Facebook. So
It's
there's a
not
bit of
so
a
much
delay.
that as we can't even see anything on this monitor. That's what I'm saying.
I better move that. out
You'll
of
see
your
it in
way.
a minute.
Okay. Right, Fred.
You've had to.
By all accounts, there's too much
Right, let's
feedback.
go for it again.
There's feedback all the time on that telly, innit? Coming off us.
Right, are we ready? 5, 4,
Hang on.
3.
In 10.
In 10.
Okay.
Don't look at the screen.
Don't look at the screen.
You're getting out for 3 in a bed.
Tried.
Menage. Who's
Right,
in it?
you're on.
Right,
There.
Fred. Eventually.
Eventually.
Were we not on before?
You were, yeah.
Is it worth it,
You
Fred?
couldn't see you.
I know.
I can see you all now.
Sam Green said, I think
there
it's
we
coming
are.
on now.
Well, can you hear me, Cal?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Mother? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Fred, it's a thing,
Just
innit?
ignore the speakers.
Okay. Today's show, we've got to say it right from the start,
Yeah.
sponsored by our good friends at Salford Rum. They've kindly donated a bottle, Fred, a full bottle,
How civil.
and we're going to try it shortly. And what do you reckon?
I reckon it's good. I like the bottle. It reminds me of a schnapps bottle. Das
Yeah.
ist wunderbar, mein Herr. But if you look at it, it's like an ordnance survey map, and it's got Ordsall Park on it, and it's got number 9 dock. Oh, it's showing it there now, isn't it? Today's alcoholic beverages. Hey, alcoholic. Where did he go? To Salford Grammar?
Dick and Hubbard taught him, and Dick and Hubbard didn't turn up again.
No, I didn't, Dickon. No, he's got a sad bit of news. A close friend has passed, so he's got his priorities right.
Perhaps Salford Rum might have cheered him up.
Yeah, yeah. It normally does. You find it.
Doesn't
Yeah. This reprobate wearing the blue shirt, and I don't mean Flynny with a mic. I mean Mike Prince has been doing the circuit in Salford, Swinton, Little Alton. Oh, he's world renowned for what he's done.
World famous in my house.
Yeah, and he's joined us today because we go back a long, long way. And I was just asking him why he packed in DJing, because he did do. And his was the same reason that I did, because I was 57. I thought, I'm getting too old for this mic. So I thought, I've got to do something now, because the best part of the gig was looking forward to a cup of tea on the way home.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm not enjoying it anymore. My dad always said, if you can't whistle when you're going to work, don't bother going.
Yeah.
So I never went.
Unless you're a burglar.
Well, yeah, unless you're a burglar.
Keep
Yeah.
it quiet, aren't you? I'd have thought.
Yeah, mum's the word. So I packed him because of that. The magic had gone and it wasn't happening anymore.
I'd lost interest. Just the interest had gone. I wasn't. When I was getting ready for work, I was clock watching all afternoon,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it.
No.
So that's mainly the reason. When I was there, loved it.
Yeah.
It was. I just didn't look forward to it.
I like the envelope at the end of the night, me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only
Money in
reason
the
I
back
did
pocket.
it. You know, I was doing it for money and all the rest of it. But
Cash in hand.
yeah.
If you had to sign it, it had to be B Bunny.
Yeah,
Or D-Duck.
or John Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always sign John Wayne. It's not for us, it's the management. Oh, it's not for the Inland Revenue, don't worry. I said, I shouldn't worry, it don't bother me.
Always goes back to corruption in our stories, doesn't it? Have you noticed that?
I'm afraid it does, yeah.
Bungers and corruptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Michael, many questions. I'll try and think of one. Clubs you've played in: Salford, Swinton, Eccles. Any favourites?
The main club I did, the one who was there the longest was the Wishing Well in Swinton.
Was this the Wishing Well, the square one, Oliver's? What? How many names has it had, Mike?
Champagne Charles.
Champagne Charles.
Well, there was two. There was one above.
Yeah.
That used to be Square One. Originally, it was the Palace Cinema, back in the 50s and early 60s. Then a fella called Ken Leary bought the
I know
building,
Ken very well.
and he turned it into cabaret in the 60s, and in the early 70s he turned it into a disco.
Right.
And that's when I first stepped in there, and it was great. A friend of mine was DJing there, so I was like his
Who was it? Did he go on to be famous?
Gary Jackson.
The Gary Jackson.
Yeah,
The same.
he passed away a while ago, but he was one of my friends. We worked together at Pilkington's Tiles.
Yeah.
Do you remember Pilks?
Do I remember? I used to get my tiles bent off Arthur Ogden. I'd go down, you get a load of second tiles. When I was
Yeah.
plastering, I was doing alt tiling, and I used to go down and it put me a load in. There was nothing wrong with them, but these are seconds, Fred. I'll see you right when I'm in pub. Yeah.
He was loads of seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But we met there, and he says, "Oh, you'll have to come down." This was before the Wishing Well. He was DJ at the Cromwell Road Youth Club down.
Big time.
Eccles.
No, it was Salford, Frederick Road.
Road area. Rough,
Yeah.
rough there, isn't it?
A lot of bus conductors down there.
And it
reprobates.
was the first time I'd seen twin turntables. That was about 1969.
Would they be Garrard SP Mark 25?
I think they were BSR.
Oh, I hated them. I didn't like BSR at all. I always worked with Garrard, me. On the BBC, they had Thorns and Tandberg.
Yeah.
But when I worked mobile, never let you down, Garrard.
I think we had BSR at the Wishing Well as well.
Too technical, this.
Oh, yeah,
Was
it
any
is.
fights?
Always.
Well, that's more like it, isn't it? Well,
Hey,
like them, don't we?
Fighting all the time. Yeah.
My mate used to have the shop next door, the lighthouse that sold all the lamps.
Well,
and
it's
that.
just sold up, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's retired now, Mike Parker.
Yeah.
Prince amongst men, nice fella.
Yeah.
Not seen him since.
It's,
I've invited
it's-
him down here loads of times. He won't come. He's
it's
scared
a-
of drinking.
It's a bits and bobs shop now, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know, he used to go in there. It was like the snug in the Coronation Street, Rover's Return.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be in there, Mike brewing up, and there'd be all women sat down. I said, what are you doing? He said, well, it's company. He said, they come in a lot. I said, I enjoy the company.
Yeah.
And they're all sat on chairs. He's not selling any lamps or bulbs or anything. He's just rabbiting to them.
Yeah.
But it kept him alive, I think. He needed something. I mean, imagine running a shop on your own and no company. Drive you daft,
All
wouldn't it?
customers.
All customers, yeah.
that'd be worse.
Yes, to make it worse. So when did you start off? What year we're looking at now? 64?
65.
65?
Yeah.
My dad sold
That was at,
Yeah,
that was
your
at
dad
All
was-
Saints Youth Club.
Right.
All Saints Junior School, right opposite my house where I live now. In
Right, All
Wardley.
Saints is down.
Wardley.
Oh, right, the All Saints I know is down off Oxford Road up that way.
No, Wardley Swinton.
Right.
Yeah. I was 13, I think.
Mike Duff said there's not much drinking going on.
Mike,
Which is a good clue for this, Mike, because I'm going to sample it right now. It is the Salford Rum Company, and this is honey rum. Now, I've only ever tasted honey rum before by a beautiful called Bruada, which means dreams in Gaelic. But I'll have a little, see that? A tot. I don't abuse it.
You don't drink, do you?
Do you want some?
you don't mind, Fred.
All right.
Michael,
Do you reckon?
this could turn ugly.
Should we tell Carl or should we leave it? He's not got his earphones on.
It smells
Don't
very
tell him. Don't
strong
tell
of honey. Very strong smell of honey.
Salford bees
Nice,
as
that.
well, Fred. From Salford hives.
Oh, that's nice. That.
Yeah, nice. That's
Really
one,
nice, that.
You say? Available in Morrison's, but if you want to save money, which we all do, I'd buy it online from the Salford Rum Company.
It's not for the faint-hearted. It's got an afterkick, hasn't it? Nice and sweet, but a bit of an afterkick.
Salford Rum, they're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Rachel Barron, it is Salford Rum. She's asking you, Fred.
Is she? Is that their salt? Rachel, yes, it is.
Highly recommended.
Oh, yes. Well, I'd recommend any. I took my bike to him. I'm trying to get this thing going with the club down here. The what do they call it? Service, not self. The Rotarians and that. I want to try and get a few bob. And her husband was telling me the other day he made a big mistake. He said, "I'm a bike mechanic. I fix bicycles and all this lot." So all right. I said, "Could you?" And I mentioned it to him. Good as gold. I took it to him and his son William. Leave that with us. A piece of easy industry, he said, but he didn't use the word easy industry. He said, I could do that. So I've left it. So with any luck, I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted, viewers, on the quadricycle. How are you for your pins and all that? Can you ride a bike? Because we can go round Salford on it, or round. We'll start round at Lidl's down at the bottom here. See how we feel before we get jelly legs, because you might get overcome with the esticky.
Vertigo.
Yes, yeah. So we'll go down there.
Is it a tandem?
No, it's a four-wheel thing, and you sit side by side.
Like you used to use at Blackpool.
Oh,
Bucket.
yes.
No.
It was Ponting.
No, well, you know what it's going to have on the back?
Winkles.
Salford Jam Butty Camp, press-statted. And me and Flynny are going to wear short pants and them tough boots with a tongue at the back.
Yeah.
And knobnails on when you strike the playground, sparks fly off your feet. So we're going to be doing that. You can join us if you want, Mike.
I've got an e-bike.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, puff.
He would have.
An e-bike.
what?
It's a what's it? Yeah. He had one party up the lane here. He'd gone on a diet. It's bigger than me. And he come round and said, do you like my bike? He said, I've got to get a bit of exercise. I said, what is it? He said, it's belting. It's an e-bike. I've not had to pedal once from our house to yours. So he's going to stay a fatty, I think.
Yeah.
I'm having another slug of that Salford rum, if you don't
Is
mind.
that Salford rum you're drinking though?
It is Salford rum.
No other Salford rum?
No, this is Salford rum.
While we're meandering, and I'd like to mention last week's viewing figures, etc. But there was some chap at the South Pole at the Amundsen station.
Base 3, base camp.
He must have been bored.
He must have been.
Twiddling his knobs.
He-
He's come
yeah.
across us.
And he's probably the farthest one.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Fred, because we had the delightful Debbie Jones, obviously.
Debbie, how are you?
In
It's me again,
Orange
Fred. How are you,
County.
Lush? Hello, Debbie.
sorry.
Carry on, Phil.
Orange County, 5,500 miles away.
Yeah.
John Pavitt in Ottawa.
The hell you say, old Pavitt in Ottawa? How's he doing? Canada Day yesterday, too.
It was indeed, Fred. That's only 3,000 miles away. But me niece, Francesca Flynn, she's in Perth.
Australia.
9,000. Oh, hang on. South Pole's further, but we'll give her that because I know
No,
it.
hang on a
She
minute.
actually exists.
Hang on a minute.
She exists.
Yes, I've got one coming
come
through.
out.
John Hunt, Everest.
Oh, yeah, will do.
Summit.
Summit.
Is the release. So we've got John Hunt tuned in from Everest. No, but it's
Yeah,
serious
right.
about the Amundsen. I mean, I joked
Yeah.
about John Hunt, but that's dead set. And it must be terrible being on his own. Or
Watching us.
yeah, as his chief bit of entertainment. We've got some mucky books off Flynny you can borrow if you want. I'll cheer you up.
Educational then, Fred.
Yes, they are indeed.
Also, I'd like to say hello to Richard and Margaret Jennings from Warrington.
Why-
Nice people,
why so?
good people.
I don't
Stranded
know.
in Warrington. I like them, they're good people. And also, Kevin McCloskey and Simon Williams. Do you know Simon the poet?
I do.
Now, they wrote a song,
know of him.
and it's on YouTube called Salford Rum Blues. They wrote it in a vain effort to get a free bottle of rum, and it didn't work.
Did it not?
No, I think they should have got one.
How come they eluded sponsorship and we didn't?
I don't know,
Flynny with
Fred,
your
it's-
silver tongue.
I've not a clue, Fred. I know we. Is it nice, that Salford rum, though?
Yeah.
Good, I'll just
Yeah.
say. So you like it, Mike?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
I might consider, well, I will buy one. I'll get one on.
It
I
is.
tell you what, the more you drink, the better it is.
Well, isn't that the case of every drink?
More it's not-
The first one is the deepest. Baby, I know.
Cat Stevens.
like
No,
that.
it wasn't.
Like
He wrote it.
Yeah.
P.P. Arnold sang it.
Yeah.
Well, he wrote it as well.
Hang
It's
on
the
a
class
minute,
of the
hang on a
DJs
minute.
now.
Yeah.
Cat Stevens was mentioned then. Mike, go
You're
on.
related to him.
You're related.
Second cousin.
Oh, I can't keep it in. I can't
do you
keep
see
it in. I gotta let it out.
Do you,
Whoa,
do you
whoa,
ever
whoa.
see him keep in touch?
No.
It's Yusuf something,
It's
isn't it?
just-
Yusuf Islam.
Is it Yusuf Islam?
Yeah. I've seen him many a time.
Yusuf.
When he was Cat Stevens at the Free Trade Hall, he had Tea for the Tillerman, Mona Bona J-Con, great albums.
Yeah.
Tea for the Tillerman, Teas in the Fire Cat. And then he got Religion, didn't he?
What happened when he was on the D-Ram label?
Yeah.
What happened is he had a producer that wanted to give him hits, and he wasn't bothered about the pop side. He wanted to do what he did with Tea for the Tillerman, etc.
Yeah.
He's more or less a folk singer.
Yeah.
I think so, anyway.
You got a 5-minute break, and that's all you take for a cup of cold coffee and a
Matthew
piece
and
of
son.
cake.
Matthew and son.
Well,
And he
yeah.
loves his dog.
He does half as much as he loved him. He never sees it.
So what happened with him? He changed producer, changed record label, and it seemed
He
to
went to
work for
Ireland,
him.
didn't he?
Sorry.
He went to Ireland label.
Yes, he did. What happened was,
He's on the ball. He's not even a disc jockey.
so
Could be all the tracks off the album as well.
he went on holiday. I think he was Florida, and
He went
he
swimming in the
was
sea.
He went swimming in the sea.
Malibu it was.
Was it Malibu?
Seafred, I don't know.
He went swimming in the sea,
Malibu.
and the
I don't think
tide,
it's his cousin. I don't know much about him. Only joking, mate.
Go
and the current was dragging him out. And for some, in his words, something pushed him back. Well, the friend who he was holidaying with, he was a Muslim, and he says it must have been God. And of course, Cat Stevens, that's how he turned to Islam.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
Incredible.
Did he ever? That was it. Buddha and the Chocolate Box, something like that. Was it the
Teaser and
possessions
the
he
Fire
had? He had on it.
Buddha and the Chocolate Box. That rings a
That
bell.
was an album. Yeah, it was later on. I don't know.
That rings a bell.
Yeah. My mate worked at Kellogg's once, and he fell in a vat of muesli, and he couldn't fight against the current, and it pulled him.
I've just forgotten one lady we should mention, Fred. Cheryl Burbeck, who's listening in the Blackpool of Belgium.
Blankenberg with the square-wheeled bicycles and the
And a friend, Christine Hill, who asked me not to mention Antics in the Dungeon.
Oh,
Yes.
Lee said soon as men did there. That's
You're not to mention
Not
that.
to mention it. Christine Hill in Blackpool.
Antiques in the Dungeon. Antics.
Antics, yeah.
Lewis Nelson's tuned in.
Oh, he would do.
Our local councillor.
That Mike Prince looks familiar.
Yeah,
I'm world famous in my
Sam
house.
Green. That Lewis, it was the only lad that turned up on Chatmoss with his litter picker and all that gear. He puts his thing where his mouth is.
His litter picker.
Yeah. No, he puts it, you know, whatever you say. I can't remember what it is. The Salford room's good. It's all of me taking advantage of it. No, but, you know, I don't want to steal Mike's thunder with him being actually related to Cat Stevens, but my third cousin, twice removed, was George Formby.
Yeah.
In fact, if you listen carefully. Well, turn that noise again. See you at the TT. He's buried down here, you know, in Warrington.
Is it?
Yeah, only local. Him and Sister Geraldine, who we don't want to mention. But talking about Sister Geraldine, I'd like to say a big hello to my friend Lynn, Cullen and Griffiths up there in New Moston, because she's had a rotten year. I won't go into what it is. It's a bit maudlin and sad, but she keeps coming on, bouncing back, and she was a schoolmate, a school chum, you know, and she always gives us a comment on what we've
She
done.
does
you know.
indeed. Yeah.
So Lynn, Cullen and Griffiths.
Cullen and Diamond.
I love you, darling.
Schoolmate.
Nice to see you.
You went to school.
I did.
Yeah.
It
Just
was,
asking.
it was approved. St Thomas of Canterbury, Roman Catholic Secondary Boarding. Which was your primary school?
St James's.
What was it?
Oh, Catholic through and through, mate.
Where was that at St James's?
Hanky Park. Hanky Park.
Hang on, he's tuned for a bit. Isn't he?
He's been on that run.
He's fiddling
Yeah.
and faffing. He's been on the run. Yeah.
That's it, hasn't he?
Oh, look,
I better have another taste of this now. It's
look at what he's doing now.
now Salford Rum started calling him when
I think we should
Canvas
have a
and brushes
slogan.
Salford Rum makes you. Oh no, I can't say that.
Salford rum makes you rum. Does that cup come with the rum?
This is Flynny's cup that he's given me, but he doesn't know it yet.
All right.
Bit like his watch.
Yeah, get off. He's after me watch that I got off Neil
I
Armstrong.
think Salford rum does you in.
Yeah.
Short to the point.
Can you see that on the screen there? Can you see that brass ball running? Oh, it's gone off now.
Took it off.
He's took it off, miserable bugger.
That's what I asked you, Fred.
Yeah.
I was here the other day. You were in. I had burgled you.
Yeah, yeah.
You had a gas meter.
Don't mention that. I was going to show that to Mike Prince.
Was you?
Did you or did you not do gas meters in Ordsall in the very early 50s as a young boy?
I think you did, you know.
Yeah,
He
I
did
think
sound
he's
very
hesitating.
quiet there.
I was only born in the very early 50s.
Hey,
He could have been a boy
you would
burglar.
say, he would say, we said he'd say
boy
that.
burglar.
I'm very young.
You know,
Well.
you know these ones that get handed up, Fred, and put through the windows?
Yeah.
Like Fagin did and Bill Sykes with Oliver.
Does this bring back memories
Exhibit A.
from a Mrs. Emily Parker of Phoebe Street, Salford, who had this gas meter broken into? And furthermore, what's all that money in front of you? Look,
So it's my
Shillings.
fault.
your fault. You've done a gas meter in.
William Company Limited.
Yeah, let me just tell you a thing or two. Salfordians, please be alert, because this is the meter that the majority of you used to fiddle.
That's the year I was born.
52.
Yeah.
Can you see the meter?
Oh, it's coming back to you now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you see the meter? Well, this particular meter, in Salford, if you put the shillings in there, you couldn't do this trick, because the shillings went straight into that thing there. And those were the locks on there that you snapped with a pair of mould whips and stole Emily Parker's. Not only did you steal the shillings, you stole the washers and the foreign coins as well. That really went against the
He
grain
told me
with
the
it.
thought the change would do him good.
Yeah. Anyway, with the ones with the shilling in, you couldn't fiddle. But later on, they did away with that, and you had a quarterly meter put in. A clever Salfordian would set the tubes off, turn it round, the meter, put the tubes back on. We called it the alley shuffle. And you had to make sure you only did it for a fortnight, because it took a fortnight to wind the meter back where it should do. So you got a month's free gas.
Like the rigs, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
And the thing is with it, the North West Gas Board, they must have known about it, but they weren't bothered, because when you get 4 gas board men in one of them blue cabins by the side of the road, it's a sin to wake them up.
Yeah.
They're only in there having a game of cards and a snooze.
Only human, Fred.
Yeah.
Only human.
So that brings back tragic memories for you, does it?
I know a lady.
Well, yeah,
What?
you can't do the same with the digital ones now, can you?
No.
Yeah.
Tilting them, aren't they?
Vera Tosterley has just come in now and said to us that, hey Fred, the barbers have reopened, you know. Is my hair a bit long? It's lockdown! I've not been able to get to the barbers. I went to this Aram Barbers here in Earlham. Last time I went, it was 10 quid. And then I went again just after lockdown, and it was 20 quid. I said, why is that? He said, well, it's lockdown, innit? I thought, what's that got to do with it? But I'll never go again. I'm going to nick the Greeks up in Prestwich now. Going back there. So it brought back memories, that. I can
It
see a
did,
tear
yes,
in your eye.
yeah.
Can't do.
There it is, the ubiquitous Salford gas meter.
Fantastic.
A lady I know, I won't mention her name, Jenny Jones, you might know.
Oh, I thought I was going to say Beryl from Warrington.
No,
Go on.
not Bellamy. She told me that a close friend of hers,
Yeah.
her husband, used to put a telephone telephone directory underneath the aforementioned gas meter.
Yeah.
And that stopped the supply of gas going over the dials.
Why? Why did it have to be a telephone directory
Just that right height and thickness for underneath the sink.
and loads of numbers in
It
it?
had to be, yeah. If you got bored when you were in there, so it's a
There was another one you could tilt it like that, but then the gas board in their wisdom brought out another gas meter that even if you touched it, a blanking plate come down inside and cut your gas off, and they'd come and know that you've been trying to fiddle it.
it's not right, is it?
No, well, we didn't fiddle because we're Catholics, and you know that to do a thing like that is a venial sin, and it's worth 5 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys, and a smacking the gob off the parish priest. So we never did anything like that, did we? It's these Protestants here with the Greek name.
Dogs.
Coming here stealing our gas.
I've always known him as Mike Prince. It's only recently that I knew his real name was. It's Greek in it. It's Styliano.
Cypriot. Styliano.
Styliano, Greek Cypriot. You're so naftico. Hey, Faristo, Endaxi.
Dexy.
Yeah, okay. See, you didn't know. I knew a little bit of Cypriot,
No, I
did you?
didn't know.
Who invented the kebab? The Turks or the Greeks?
It was the Turks.
Was it?
Yeah.
And you're saying that as a Greek Cypriot?
Yeah.
Why?
My dad was very, very wise. He used to say things like, because of my name when I was a kid, I used to get called all sorts.
Stanger.
And he used to say, there's good and bad in everybody, son, but never trust a Turk.
Never trust a Turk.
Guests are reminded not to swear or show their asses on camera. All views and opinions are those of our hosts and their guests, so please don't.
Serious. What does that say there? I get that. I wonder.
It's him, Carl, innit? It's not come from anyone, it's him. He sent that
The blue
message.
thing, the blue bar there.
I get that. I'm under a lot of abuse, which I'm out of my depth with. My bad for actually asking anyone for help. I hope things get better for you.
Are we on the wrong channel there, Carl, with the
I
comments?
can't see it, and I'm not seeing any comments like that popping up on here.
Yeah, we can
Well,
see
cross that one out. It says hassle. Put an X against that. Chip it out because it goes on to say, are you okay? Or perhaps a better question would be, is there anything I can do for you to help?
Salford rum might help.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
In fact, I'll have another triple of
That's
that.
Marie sending me a message.
Oh, here we go.
Marie, the dawn is breaking. A kiss, ooh, a kiss so warm and tender.
It's getting to you now, that, isn't it?
I know, yeah, and quite rightly too, and nice too. Are we still?
We are. It's all working. It'll be back in a second.
So we're not on air now.
No. Yeah, we're on air.
All
No.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
We're on air.
So if
The
you
yes,
don't
no
swear,
interlude.
can we carry on
We
regardless?
did that last week.
The yes, no interlude.
No, we did it in the grocers, didn't we? You did, Noddy. You do smoke. You can ride a bicycle. Your favourite colour is blue. And I'm just happy to be here tonight, Michael. Oh, yeah. Oh, TV programmes, when you look, the only decent thing on telly worth watching now is Dad's Army. It's still funny. There's no profanity. There's no bad language, anything like that. On these stand-up shows like with Dara O'Brien and all those guys, it's requisite to use the F word before you get your first laugh.
No, yeah.
No, seriously, I don't like it.
I don't.
I don't like that effing and swearing and all that cursing.
first
I
time
don't
I-
mind saying bugger me, using the term metaphorically, by the way, Mr. Flynn.
Of course, yeah.
I don't mind using that, but, you know, when it starts,
I think the first time the F word was used, it was published, it was announced, it was in the 80s. I think, was it the late 70s, the 80s it was?
Kenneth Tynan, wasn't it? On a chat show, he's
No,
the F word.
it was a
yeah, out of the Sex Pistols
No.
with Bill Grundy.
Kenneth Tynan, the critic, I believe, in the 60s, he created a
Yeah, but
ripple, a furore by using the F
was,
word.
This was featured in a drama. This was
Right.
in the script,
It's everyday practice now,
and
isn't
it was
it?
and it was a young kid. I can't remember the program, but it was announced beforehand that there was going to be swearing in it.
Yeah.
Spouse it.
Getting a bit serious now. Tell us about your sexual conquests over the years as a
that's
DJ.
exactly-
Well, there's been
Yeah.
Zoe?
Brenda.
Bend Over Brenda,
Is that like roll over Beethoven?
yeah, Juicy Julie. No,
Come on, Mike, don't be shy. You won't go any further.
Your wife's not watching. is
between
she?
these 8 walls, I've not got a wife.
Have you not?
No,
Well, get a life.
no, it was
What is life without a wife, but with one it's worser?
my favourite year was 1999, and that's when my wife walked out, and United won the treble.
Oh, yeah, that is good then.
You know, my wife ran off with my next door neighbour, and I'll be dead honest with you, I don't half miss him.
Yeah,
Nice lad, wasn't
Yeah, yeah. It happens all the time, you know. It happens every spring year, a bluebird sing. Name that tune.
he? When are you going to the Wood Nut Club, Fred?
Oh, I've stopped going to Wooden Nut Club ages
Since
ago.
the fire?
No, I used to go. It's Pop Larkin, Ian, from Salford City Radio, you know, Pop. I don't go to the Wooden Nut Club. I used to go regularly. And I miss them. There's a lot of blokes there, like
that
Jonathan
on
Young
Greengate?
and Jimmy Cricket, all those guys I used to go with. But,
Was there Wood Nut on Greengate?
no.
No, there was one at Wood Nut, the
Yeah.
dance place, wasn't there?
Yeah, but this is called the Wooden Nut Club. It's run by Steve Garner from the BBC, and they all get together. I used to go there with out the Grumbleweeds, Graham, out the Grumbleweeds,
Yes,
and
yeah.
I used to go with Johnny Moore there to them, and
Johnny Moore.
Royston Mayo goes, a lot of the TV guys and all that lot, but it's, I don't know.
Johnny Moore was a big United fan.
John Briley's just wrote in and said the police helicopter going over Little Hulton's drowning us out. Put a lid on it, John. You'll be all right. Yeah. Turkish kebabs are good if you don't mind fagash in it. That's from Kevin McCloskey, the poet's pal.
Salford rum's kicking in now, it says. Billy Healy.
Hey, listen to this. Kevin McCloskey says he went to both St Thomas of Canterbury and St James, Colwyn Street too. Do you know it?
I went to St James's and you went to St Thomas of...
Canterbury.
Might be a stalker, Fred.
Kay Barton's come on. Funny as ever. Thank you, Kay. Who else?
Lewis Nelson. You should be doing some council work, shouldn't you, not watching TV?
Aye, that was your right, councillor. Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sat him watching it with that bloke from North Pole, South Pole. And...
Billy Healy said that Salford rum is kicking in now. He must be on it as well.
No, that's it, Fred.
Yeah. Happy days.
Passes that Salford rum, Fred. I think I'll have another little...
Well, I don't think there's a lot left, Flynny. It'd be best if you left it here under my capable countenance.
Under my cable.
Go, Michael. Drip him up.
I've got a bigger glass. I get less rum.
Better have one myself. It's no good. There's no good leave it. This is like.
Did you pay for it?
Mick Miller, isn't it? Noddy. Noddy's got a big sink, hasn't he, boys?
Yeah.
Mick Miller, he's been going since Jesus was a lad.
I was going to ask you, Fred. Any decent curry houses round here who could sponsor us?
To be honest with you, I go to the Mothy in Earlham, Cadizhead. Cadizhead here, the Mothy. I've never had a bad one there yet. The Grand Haveli up there that used to be the Nag's Head, he's had a rotten start because as soon as he opened a week later it was lockdown.
I don't want to pay for it.
Oh, no. Oh, you mean to sponsor us?
You catch up with me, Fred.
Well,
okay.
I got it. I could see where they were going with this. It's the rum.
I'll put an appeal out.
Go on, Fred.
Assalamu alaikum. Doski aleitika Botaja. Fred, Flynny und Dumpkopf. Mike Prince. We are looking for somebody to take us to the curry house where we will come and televise how good your curry is. Mine special is King Prawn Madras. Flynny is happy with just porridge. Michael, on the other hand, wants kebabs, so he will not be with us.
What's the name of this fine establishment?
Mothy.
Mothy.
The Mothy in
It's like
Cadizhead.
moth with a
What
Y.
they deliver?
Mothy, yeah.
Do they do...
Do
Do they deliver? No, they do chicken and onions, but they don't do liver. It would have been good if you'd have got it right, that.
Oh, well, I was building them up. Home deliveries in a 5-mile radius.
Right.
Discount for NHS nurses.
All right.
You mean things like that?
We should get nurses' uniforms and go in, me and you, Flynny. Go in as Sissy and Ada. And we'll go and say, right, Sissy, I'll get these because you've not had a full week in and you only draw £3.15 shillings and 10
Trying hard for this.
This is the second time, Fred, you've asked me to dress in women's clothing in a week.
You're all right, you can get it. I'm for the fuller figure. Where would I get a size 28? OS. And slingback stiletto heels, size 11.
A rough guess, I'd say, in your wardrobe.
You know what I like in your wardrobe.
Yeah, Genesis.
Good lad. Well done. Like, see, you're still on the ball when I put these quips in.
Oh,
I was on What's It yesterday.
We should have a pop quiz.
Have you got that Alexa?
Good idea. I haven't, no.
Have you got Alexa? Have you got it?
Possibly.
I've got one here and I said, Alexa, can you hear me? Well, she can normally.
Go to sleep.
Hang on a minute. Alexa, play some Strauss music.
Levi's.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Alexa, louder.
Copyright, Fred.
Can we not use it?
No, we'll get shot.
Alexa,
Turn it off.
stop. Does everything I say. I'd like to marry
What they
her.
do delivery. My favourite too.
Oh no, they do. You was coming out with a joke about that because we have deliveries, and he comes up here on the moss.
Would he come on Monday, next Friday?
Well, we'd have to ask him.
Laden with booty, free booty, that is. Because I think we should promote local businesses.
Do a live. We could meet them at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you'd want to do it in the restaurant, wouldn't you?
I think it's
Poppadoms.
As long as we get fed, we're fine.
Poppadoms don't travel well though. They'll end up broken, won't they, when they get here? And you know you like the orange sorted onions and the yogurt with it and all that lot.
Yeah.
Do you know years ago in Indian restaurants, poppadoms were free. You'd go in, honest to God, in the
I know.
Mansell and all the big famous ones, the Piccadilly in Manchester and all those. You went in, the poppadoms were free.
Yeah.
Then, at the Chittagong, they went in Higher Broughton in Salford, they went to 10 pence each. And now I think for the poppadom, it's £1.
Yeah.
I buy my poppadoms from Tesco, pre-cooked.
Yeah.
30 seconds in the microwave, bone dry, not greasy.
Yeah.
Tesco.
With onions. Yeah, Tesco.
Good product placement, friend.
But I did go to get some moccasin today from the Morrison's.
Yeah.
They didn't have any in. And there's a little brown label, and he explained to me, that means we're out of stock. If it's a red label, it means it'll be in today or tomorrow. But if it's a lot, they don't know how long it's going to be. Yeah. And I went to get some moccasin. I quite like moccasin. I was going to do a milk stout for Minnie Caldwell here.
Yeah.
We're back to Sissinade again, aren't we?
A wrap around penny.
Talking of
No,
curries,
nobody
there was-
paid for curries on the Alligator, did they? Never mind poppadom.
Well, this is what I was going to
Everybody
say.
used to run out.
And the Wishing Well in the 70s, opposite on the precinct, Swinton precinct,
Yeah.
we'd all fall into Shireen's, the restaurant, up the stairs. And loads of
bad doing
people
a
did
runner.
runners.
What,
Loads
down
of
the
people.
stairs?
Yeah.
Dangerous, dangerous,
I
dangerous.
know.
In Swinton.
Yeah. The
I've done one from the Selena in Eccles down the stairs.
I did one from the Taj Mahal in All Saints. I go where they don't know
the
me.
chef was
They want a runner, it's more of a saunter.
a white lady.
Swagger.
The chef was a white lady who was married to an Indian, and he was one of the waiters.
An Anglo-Indian relationship.
Yes, yes, and it was brilliant. You could buy chicken on the bone then. You can't get chicken on the bone now from a restaurant.
You can't. Do you know why? Because when they buy the chicken, it's
Please
all
tell,
processed.
please
It
tell.
comes in massive polythene bags, and it's
Yeah.
all breasts and all that lot.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can get chicken on the bone, Madras on the bone chicken, let me know where you can get it
Yeah.
from. Because the last place that did it was the Mushroom Coley over in Heaton, Mersey.
And it does taste much better
Yeah.
because of the bone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the Darjeeling on Cheetham Hill, says Lynn Cullen.
I used to go in there, Lynn, when Sharif had it.
I've been in there as well.
Sharif don't
Yeah.
like it.
He's well gone now, he'll be well dead, Sharif. I'm going back years ago. Yeah.
I shot the Sharif.
But I did not shoot the deputy. Yeah. Darjeeling.
Clash. Bob Marley.
Well, that's the one.
I like both versions.
Bob Marley, Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
I don't like Eric Clapton.
Bit of a pregnant pause there, what's wrong?
No, not me.
Not upset
It's
you
it.
lads, have you? Telling
It's-
you that I
it's-
like a poppadom?
Maybe,
It's Alfred. No, it's
Maybe you did.
Don't be so sensitive.
maybe you did.
I was just trying to see
I'm offended.
how I could link it into that rather vulgar but amusing story he told me about the plasterer who had difficulty doing ceilings and he had a... You know what I'm on about?
There's two of my lads
Listen to this.
that's still coming to the internet. One of them's Kevin Pugh and the other one's Paul Henry. Now I had both good lads. Now when they come on the plastering course, let me just tell you that when I left school from being 15 to 17 and a half, I was an apprentice plasterer to Billy James. And then he moved down to Hastings and asked me, did you want to come with him? I said, I don't want to go down there, but I don't know anybody down there. I'm a Salford
Big
lad.
fight there.
I know, so I stopped and I thought, I've got to get myself a trade under my fingertips. And my mum always said, get a trade. Whatever happens, get yourself a trade. Anyhow, I applied to the National Coal Board. They were paying £6.18 a week, which was £1.18 more than I was getting as an apprentice plasterer. So I became an indentured apprentice. Do you remember indentures? You had
No.
to sign them and you couldn't, it's like a contractual obligation.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you couldn't get out. So, somebody's there enjoying your programme in Perth, Aussie. We're from Eccles, Len and Kath Alderson. G'day, you galah! How the hell you doing over there? About time you buggers listening to us. Me and Flynny, we're out opal hunting. But we'll end up with a Vauxhall Cavalier. What was I saying? So anyhow, I went down the pit. I'd been down the pit 3 weeks and I get Billy's son come up. Tandoori mixed grill from Zafani chicken on the bone with madras sauce. Where's that at?
Where's that? Luke?
Where's that at? Luke Kavanagh, tell us where that is. Or Luke Kavanagh.
I know him, Luke. Good lad.
Yeah.
Good musician.
Tandoori
Luke.
mixed grill. Hang
Ah,
on
he's
a
a
minute.
plasterer.
No.
He's a plasterer
Is
as
it? Well,
well.
hang on. We're not talking about a mixed grill. You'll still get it on the bone in a mixed grill.
Yeah.
I'm talking about on the bone with a curry. The sperma on Broughton Lane was good for the run, a quick run. So anyway, 3 weeks, he comes back, he says, look, he said, I'm not stopping down there. He said, it's dead, there's nothing happening. He said, come and work back with me. I said, I can't, I'm indentured now, Billy. He said, I'll tell you what, You do shifts, don't you? Days, afternoons and nights. I said, yeah. He said, well, when you're doing days, what time do you finish? I said, 1:45. Well, you could join me on site in the afternoon. I said, what about nights? I said, well, I finish at 6 in the morning. Well, you could come and join us after that. And what about afternoons, 1 o'clock till 8:15? Well, up until 1 o'clock you could do a bit with it. I said, Billy, when do I get time to sleep? Anyhow, I did it. I carried on doing that, and the rest was history. So, out of the 2 trades in 1969, I had an accident down Agecroft Colliery on my leg. This fan fell out and on a belt. Horrible thing. And I thought, that's the gypsy's warning. Get out while you can. I'd had mates that had died, you know, horrific deaths because there's nowhere to jump out of the way. Best set of colleagues in the world, colliers. Best set of men you could ever work with. Anyway, I went back plastering. And then Tommy and I started up, and then I worked with the Direct Works. We were boarding and floating houses. And we're getting £250 a week. Well, we had Bobby Robbie with us, and that was 250 times 3, because we always equally shared it with him.
Yeah.
Because he'd get on the trowel doing the skimming up with us when we was troweling up. Yeah. He used to help us. But when I left there, I think, when was it? 1979. I started at the skill centre. You had to do trade tests first to show you weren't a duffer and all that lot, and a little practical as well as technical.
You passed it.
Oh yeah, flying colours, no props. And I said to the bloke when I was doing it, can you mix us the next one in dirty water? He said, are you sure? I said, yeah. He didn't know, he was just, I said, what's your job? He said, I'm a plumber. I said, just put a handful out and give us dirty water, because it'd go off quick and you could work into your hard angles and that when you were skimming. Anyway, I went back and I joined this Manpower Services Commission as a plastering instructor at Guinness Road in Trafford Park. And I worked there, I had some great lads working there. A lot of them were boxers. And a lot of them were tradesmen that wanted to... You always found that a guy that was a tradesman with his hand-to-eye coordination took to it like a duck to water. But those people that come on just thinking, like Harry Enfield, loads of money, which there was, plastering brings out large dividends of cash, but you've got to graft for it. Yeah. Nobody gives it you. Anyway, I started working it. It used to be a bit boring. So during the day, I devised things to enlighten my day and give me a bit of a lift.
Oh yeah.
There was this bloke, he couldn't get used to doing ceilings. I told you this, you bugger, bringing it up. So I went home, and the next day I put some black suspenders on and some nylons under me normal pants, and he had a white coat on. And I stood on the scaffold with him. I said, are you having problems with him? I won't tell you his name.
Go on.
Tom Aldred. And he was a bit of a quiet bloke, you know, a bit withdrawn. He didn't like mixing with anybody.
Tom Aldred. That was a bit outgoing, wasn't he?
Oh, God must have done something to him. So he's doing this. I said, look, you need to get in the corners like that. So let me show you. And as I went with the trowel in the corner to put this Hessian scrim up like that, I dropped my trolleys. Of course, underneath, all I've got on is black nylon and suspenders. I pulled it up quick. I said, oh, I'm sorry about that, Tom. You know, Mr. Aldrin, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I'll come back later and show you how to do that. I've never known a fella pick up the game so quick, you know, man. He could put Hessian scrim in a corner in 10 seconds flat. He must have thought that I was trans
whatever.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I was just having a laugh. There was another time, we used to have a circus, and he had the lads there. We got 10 wheelbarrows from the stores, because it was a Manpower Services. Money was no object. I ordered 10 wheelbarrows, and I took them to the paint section. They had painters and decorators in there.
Yeah.
So all these barrows doing red. So they painted them red, and I formed the first ever Red Barrows formation team.
Whoa.
You know, like the Red Arrows.
Yeah.
And they had them going, and all the lads were game for it, because they like to laugh. You find that in the building game. They're not so serious, like in the engineering, creme de la creme. They said, we work to thousandths of an inch. I said, it'd be no good in the building trade, we've got to be spot on.
Yeah. My dad was a collier for 20 years at Mosley Common.
I did my training at Mosley Common.
Peel Green.
On his push bike. Regular nights all the way up there. Yeah, Lincoln and Griffiths, I need some plastering done, Fred. I make the best curry. That's my kids.
Or is it on the bone?
Yeah, is it on the bone, Lynn? We need it on the bone. Fred Alfred used to make my pop suits. Fred
Aldred. Oh, yeah.
Fred Aldred. No, this wasn't the same guy. No, this was Tommy Aldred. I think he's dead now. He got...
Died of shock.
No, he was buggered.
With plastering, though, did you not find there was a lot of dust?
Oh, yeah.
Did it not get to your chest?
Yeah. So did coal mining.
Yeah.
Anything like that. If you stayed on the pit on coal, you end up with pneumoconiosis, which is, come out of the pit, it doesn't progress. The rippers get silicosis, which is stone dust. Come out of the pit, it still cuts you to pieces till you're dead.
Rippers? What are rippers?
They make the tunnels that go into the coal face, who put the Dynajects in and blow it and all that lot.
My dad said to me, Fred, he must have known I was a sickly child, or
Yeah.
lazy.
Yeah.
He said, Anthony, I've been looking at you and that way. Try not to lift anything heavier than a biro. And I thought, he's got a point there, my dear father, because he was a bricklayer and all the other brothers were in the building trades. So I took him to his word. I'm a bookies runner. No, I just,
My mum took me to the toilet for a pee, and I was 23, 24 years old then. And she used to take me to the toilet because the doctor said I've not got to lift anything heavy. Do you want...
What are we drinking here, Fred?
We're drinking Salford Sweet Rum. It's actually
Honey
called
Rum.
the Salford Rum Company, and this is honey rum.
Hey, Michael.
Run, honey, run, run.
Very
Oh,
nice.
come back to me. Run, honey, run, run. Who was it?
Run into my arms.
Come on.
I know it.
It's a Radio Luxembourg once an hour power play. Play, play, play.
Yeah.
He's,
Glen Alton.
Worked with you, Fred, in 1968 at Agecroft. I was a lecky, and you were just as funny there. Len Alderson, I remember you. Len, how you doing, mate? Last time I saw you was up at the in Blackrod in Norwich at the RMI club. Must have been about 20 years ago. Aye.
Broken up, Fred.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Nice this when you've got this 2A. This is the first.
Yeah. It's the first
Ian
one.
Larkins put, I'm a cobbler by trade. Well, good day, cobbler.
I've seen his thumbs.
Yeah, that's it. They always had a defect, a repetitive strain injury.
He was blind.
We used to have Mr. Ford. He was the cobbler's at Irebroughton, just next to the Rialto buildings in one of the shops there. And he had a sign in a window, which I thought was dead witty as a kid. Jack Ford, you can afford a Ford repair.
Hey, some thought.
I used to have,
Yeah.
but have you ever used Phillips sticker soles?
Here's another one. Duke, the butchers, let meat here. You know what I mean? When I was 10, I was astounded.
Let me just clear this one
Certainly.
about Phillips sticker soles. I used to put sticker soles on my feet. They were never as good as shoes, but they got me by for a bit. Duke's Butchers on Regent Road. Stand by for this, Flynny. Here's a memory.
I'm ready.
Every Saturday morning, ham shank.
Private that's your own.
A pig ham shank. And you got an ham shank for half a crown. And he did him in a bloody big dolly tub with a gas ring underneath. And they were mad up when you got them out.
What
Duke's
year was
Butchers.
this?
1966. Dead on, 66.
hello.
World Cup, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't buy an ham shank to celebrate the World Cup.
Oh, no,
Jeff Hurst, 3 in a row. Good lad. I taught him everything he knew, Jeff.
I'd heard that. Fred.
How are we going to do tomorrow?
They'll beat them. Ukraine.
Croatia.
I've got 100 quid.
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
100 quid coming to me. I've got £1. They're in at 100 to 1 on Ukraine. I'm not even being disloyal when I say that. It's just a way of me making 100 quid for a quid. When you think about it, if you went round to every betting, like Fred Dawn, the Salford boy, if you went down to Fred Dawn and any of these shops and put a quid on every team playing, you're bound to come out smelling the roses on top.
No.
How many teams are left to play now?
The quarterfinals will be what, 16?
Okay, 16. That's cost me 16 quid. Whatever they get back, it's going to be more than 16 quid, surely.
Don't know how it works, but
I don't know how it works.
bookies don't give money away, do they? And Fred Down doesn't give anything away. Should we call Fred Down? We're allowed.
I actually once played hide and seek with Fred Dawn, and he actually did give me away. I remember when my sister was getting married, she says to me, Dad, will you give me away? He said, why, what have you done?
Don't dress me up.
What
son.
have you done? Will you give me away? Something about please sue Tony as he has the most money.
Yeah, it's just another urban myth, Fred.
Do you reckon?
It's an urban myth. Urban
I reckon you lie. You really hide your light. I nearly said lied then. I reckon you hide your light under a bushel, Flynny, because I know you've got more money than Croesus.
A quid behind him in the bank, possibly.
You get all these bargains when you get. In fact, one girl the other day on Facebook said she'd like to go shopping with you, and you said, I plough a lone furrow.
Correct.
And I put on, taking a notice of him, he doesn't even have a tractor. But if he did, he
Or
could
a
borrow
field.
one of mine.
On a field.
Yeah, or a field.
It was my polite way of letting her down.
Yeah,
It's a sod off mithering.
yeah.
Find your own bargain.
Yeah, in the
Sleep.
Salford terminology, give over mithering. Mithering. Give over mithering. And
There's no G on the end.
Oh, well,
Not
not
the
in Salford,
Salford
no,
term.
you're right. Mithering. Give over mithering. But they used to say, some people, give over mithering. He's mithering me. He wasn't mithering, he was mithering.
In Wigan, it's moidering.
Mithering.
That's New York. Oh, moided a bum.
Moided a bum.
Moidering.
Who, what's he saying?
In
What,
Wales, it's moidering.
what does Horace say?
Who is it?
Moidering.
There's a bloke in the kitchen, Fred. Not be funny over there. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah.
He's got a flat
got
cap.
With a flat
Got
cap.
flat cap
I
on.
think it's Andy that. He's got a girlfriend called Flo. Lynn Cullen and Griffiths say it's the best thing in the world. Ham shank for pea soup.
I remember you making me pea soup in here.
You said I got it out of the tin and it was wafer thin stuff from Maldi. It wasn't. It was a proper shank. Lynn, by the way, I'd like to come round for an ham shank.
I'm quiet.
I was going to say that tumbleweed has drifted across your 600 acres there, Fred. And,
Sylvia Royal says, need some of that rum. I do. You do. It sounds like the Wizard of Oz. I do.
Well, it's available from the shop, Fred, for 30 quid a bottle. Oh,
It's not cheap, but
not
then again,
cheap,
you
but
want quality.
quality. It's
pay for it, don't you?
reassuringly expensive.
What was that? That was some.
Stella Artois.
It was Stella Artois. It's loopy juice. They've stopped doing it now.
No,
It's
they
down to
don't.
3.8. It used to be something like 5.7.
Yeah, they used to call it, what was it?
Wife beater.
Wife beater.
I call it
Yeah.
loopy juice.
Wife beater.
Yeah, they used to call it that. Don't know why.
They still sell it. I don't think it's as strong as you say.
It's not. It's weak now. I can drink about 24 and I could only
Yeah.
drink 23 before they changed it down.
They won't, why do you have to mess with things? You know what I mean?
It's the same with Boddington's beer. That was really strong at one time.
The cream of Manchester. Do you know why? Tell him, Flynny.
Yeah, their own artesian well, Fred. Would I be correct?
They drew their own water from underneath the brewery. I know, because when we did Underground Manchester, I saw the stainless steel. I wondered what the hell it was.
I didn't know that.
And I was about 50 foot underground at the time, so where that meant, I don't know, but you could hear it drawing water.
But you two are connoisseurs of beer, though, aren't you? Or the history of beer. But now, Holtz's,
Joe Holtz.
didn't they use what they call finings?
That's to clear the beer. That's like
That's like eggshells.
eggshells.
I
egg
thought
white
it
and
was
that.
fish guts.
Well, it's fish related. You can use that. Yeah.
Might have been anything.
It's anything that will draw the sediment down.
But that Joseph Holt Brewery, you've got to admire the fella.
Derby Brewery.
He's got the Holt Radium Institute.
Yeah,
He gives
so
loads
that,
of his
yeah.
profits to the National Health Service.
Yeah.
He's a diamond. And not only that, Joe Holt, if you're listening, I know you used to live at the Woodthorpe Hotel up on Bury Hall Road, but if you are listening, I love your Holtz's Black Mild. Have you had it?
Do you think they'll send us any, Fred?
There we go.
Mr. Holt, on behalf of my friend and I.
It's Mr. Kershaw now, Fred.
All right, Mr. That's Kershaw's hospital. That's Dr. Kershaw in
Fred,
Rochdale.
trust me, I'm a dab hand at blind.
All right, okay, listen to me, Killer Kershaw. You better send some beer round quick, double quick. Otherwise, I'll send the boys round. The hell I will.
Yeah, I told him.
That should have put a window.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Richard Kershaw, and he's got a son and a brothers, but it's the Kershaw family, Fred.
Bit of a dicky name, Richard.
Nothing to do with the Kershaws, the seafood fellas going around the pubs.
I doubt it very much, but I think that's another topic, isn't it, Fred?
Yeah.
Seafood memories with the pub.
Seafood memories. Kershaw's, you're right. And
Remember what they-
Donnelly's.
Do you remember what they used to
Super
shout
Cockle.
at them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, because I used to shout at them all the time. You got
What?
any muscles on your cock?
They did kippers and all, didn't they?
I used to get, because I as soon as he walked in, he'd give me a packet of kippers, and I'd have them the day after.
That was so you could plug him.
Yeah.
Payola, Fred.
That one with that?
Payola.
Kipola.
He'd have been a bugger on the radio. He'd have took everything he could to play records off
I would, yeah.
companies.
Absolutely.
I was telling Mike the other
Can't
week, we
believe
did a
stuff
thing
like
on it.
that. Pass us that Salford rum.
There's not much left.
It was a joke.
There isn't a lot left. Hang on a minute, I'll just see.
I'll just go to the toilet and look.
Yeah, there's just a level on the bottom there. Yeah, go on then. Mike, do you want a
No,
double?
thank you.
All right, I better just... Oh, Jesus, Johnny. I got a twitch then.
You better finish it off, Fred, in mind. Look at that.
Hang on.
I can do that, Fred.
Squeeze it. It certainly did.
Let's show them.
I like the bottle. The
Would you
bottle's
like the
a
bottle?
snap.
Somebody asked me for that bottle. It might be Billy Healy. Was it Billy? Did you ask for that bottle? The husbands make lamps out of them, apparently.
Oh, I'll give him that one. Then we can make
Billy,
it.
if you're watching, if you're sober, do you want the bottle? If you do, I'll save it for you.
Mind you, if he's
not,
making
I'll
lamps
just-
out,
I'll
that
just
might
lob
be
it.
no good because that's only a light rum. Thank you, Carl. I'm glad somebody said.
It went
Sometimes
right
you
over.
say whoosh over everybody's head.
Honey
Yeah, I'm a
rum.
bit slow sometimes.
It doesn't
Honey
matter.
rum.
You'll catch up with the rest of the class.
Yeah.
It's a really good bottle, that.
Yeah.
I like it, Fred. Initially, I was a bit.
It's got a kick initially, but it's very Moorish.
Yeah. Hey, it's all for a drum. You've done well, lads.
Dirty old town.
You like that mug, don't you? You like either on the prison bars rattling them, or you sat on a campfire breaking wind with the cowboys
You've seen Blazing Saddles, have you?
all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was brilliant, that film. I've got to admire, you know, I used to have Frankie
Billy
Lane.
Healy says, "Yes, please, Tony." Chicken up, Billy. The bottle is yours. Sadly, it's empty. Fred and Mike have
Consume
I-
the contents.
Yeah, I went to the toilet once. I came back.
Tony Eason's just joined. Didn't he say something about something?
Crinkle and Man, he was related to them.
Yeah, he did.
Dougie-
On
Dougie Man.
Facebook. Dougie Man was a smashing bloke. Dougie used to do all the PA systems, which brings me onto a story concerning Joe Pullen, famed for his Talk of the North and Window Hotels. Sadly, no longer with us. Buried at that church in Monton, the lovely one that looks
on the
like
green.
on the green, with a coach and 6 horses, black horses with plumes. What a send off he had, Joe Pullen. But he liked horses.
Yes, he did. He used to be in competition, didn't he? You know, like, oh, what's it called? Prince Philip. Same as what he did.
Coach and 4.
Is that what it would
With
call?
an apron on, dragging them through. Yeah. Well, this is the
Freemasons.
story. Yeah. No. But I went to interview him at Tatton Park, and they took a Douglas with me. It's a recording thing like this, and we sat on the thing, and all the time the horse is going, it's trumping. I said, Joe, is there anything you can do? So he keeps picking it up on the mic, isn't it? He said, well, what can I do? He said, do you want me to stick my hand up? Well, no, I can't you do anything about it? No. And I said to him, yeah, Cork might have done it.
Windjammer.
He said to me, Sir's here today, you know, Prince Philip. I said, is he really? Yes. He joins in the equestrian events, the coach and 4s, where we drive apparently he's pretty good at it, Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, God rest his soul. He was pretty good at it. And on this particular occasion, we're going up the hill. I've got the recorder here, and I said to him, how do you get them to go to start out? He said, oh, it's quite simple. The command is, walk on, walk on. I said, what about when you want them to stop? He says, well, there's various things that people use. He said, but whoa is good enough. I thought, right. He said,
Do you remember?
no, this was what's it, Joe Pullen telling me. And as he's talking, there's this coach and 4 coming towards me. He said, "Hey up, Fred, he's here. Sir is here." And it's Prince Philip with 3 blokes with him. I think they were security guards and all that lot. So he said, look, he said, I'll step down here. I'll go and have a word with him. I said, I'm not being ignorant, but, you know, he doesn't know who you are from Adam, and I'll just go and have a quick word with him. So he jumped off. He could jump and all in those days, Joe. So he jumped off and he went, good morning, sir. And Prince Philip looked across and said, morning, Joe. How are things? Bought any more horses from Hungary? Of course, that's what he used to do. He used to go to Hungary and buy horses. And they start rabbiting. So I thought, oh, this is going to be a bit here. So I'm rewinding to see what I've picked up. So I start the tape, and straight away, do you know what the words are? Walk on, the bloody horse says. So, go like, I'm saying, Joe! And he's running after me. Prince Philip, it tickled him. He thought it was immensely funny because he'd explained to him that I had nothing to do with it. I was doing a broadcast for radio. But the other thing is, he asked me to do an equestrian event for him. I'd done a load of stuff for him. If you wanted 400 quid for doing a gig for Joe, you told him you wanted 5.
Yeah.
It's like doing it like a Jewish businessman.
He did crack the whip.
Yeah, he wanted to knock you down. It was a game. He knew it was a game. So I said, what, 500? I'll give you 4. Bloody hell. All right, Joe, I'll do it for 4. Anyone else would have done it for 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did this thing for him in equestrian. He lived at a bought a house in Euxton or Exton. How's it pronounced up near Charlie?
EUXTON.
Yeah. He had a big farm up there and a big, massive barn for equestrian events. And during the half-time interval, they brought trampolines on. I thought, what's this? Half a dozen trampolines, and these kids, they were brilliant. A dead good half hour of entertainment doing twists and whirls and all that lot and jumping from one trumpet to oh, it was brilliant. Never seen anything like it.
He was talking the North, wasn't he?
Yeah, Joe Pullen.
And the
Can I tell you
Wendover.
my story?
Yeah.
Of the
Hang on, let me finish it. I'm not finished. I've got to get. No, I know. So he said to me, "I'll be coming from the barn doors in part 2." He said, "As soon as the lads are given the command to pull the trampolines away and take them off the what do you call it? That thing that they go round."
Circuit.
Horses off the field anyway, not field, off the arena. So they'd gone across. So I get the message, Joe's ready. And he said to me before going, he says, "Fred, build me up, give me something really, really good." And this is a fellow that lived in Pendine Street, Manchester 8, you know, do something good, bring me a bit. I said, "Well, what about something like March of the Gladiators?"
Oh, yeah.
He said, "How does that go?" I said, dun dun diddle diddle and dun 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 diddle diddle and dun dun dun. He said, "No, too circus." I said, "Well, what about something like leave it with me, Joe. I think I've got just the thing." So Joe's waiting the other side. I said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of the Talk of the North, the only man to ever stop Shirley Bassey entering her into his premises because she was wearing a trouser suit." True story. He got a dresser made out, you know. He said, and the Wendover, owner of the Wendover and part-time entrepreneur, and his wife Doreen sat down there listening to all this, nodding, saying yes, yes. I said, "Would you please welcome the fabulous prince amongst men, Mr. Joseph Pullen." And the gates opened like that, and I put the record on. Dun, 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 dun. And the crowd fell about laughing. Joe didn't look too happy.
No.
But he saw that the crowd could see that he didn't look too happy, so Joe started looking happy.
Yeah.
Funny. Carry on with your story. I had to get that out.
No, it's better than my story, Fred.
Oh, what was yours?
It's not rude. People may find it offensive.
Nothing to do with Roy Mosley,
No, or Brenda.
because Roy took over where Pullen left off.
I remember.
Do you remember?
When the day before it closed, I had my equipment in there, my DJ equipment, and Dickon Hubbard
Who
phoned me
didn't turn
up. He says, Dickon phoned me up. He says, "Mike, we need to go down there and get our gear from there," because Selfridge Jets was there as well.
Yeah.
We need to go down because if we don't go, the shutters are going to go close down. This is the last night, so we had to go before. Look at this.
There was a wee drop left.
So we had to go down before he closed up because Dickon was convinced that we wouldn't get our equipment back.
Off Joe.
Yeah.
Sadly, he had that sort of
It
reputation.
wasn't off Joe, it was the guy that took over from him.
Yeah.
What did it become that really horrible? Randy's Fun Bar. Do you remember that? That's what it became.
Where was that?
Between Talk of the North. In between the juxtaposition of Joe Pullen leading.
Peggy was at the right facing that. Peggy.
Peggy,
Yeah, the brew.
and Roy Moser taking over. For a while it became Randy's Fun Bar. And they had, Fred, you'd be shocked to know, transvestite go-go dancers. I was shocked. I had to go every Thursday and Friday to check. It was true. But the best review of it I've ever read, and I thought it was a fabulous review. But when I visited this Randy's Fun Bar in Patrickcroft, and he said, "Never again." He said, "I'm mentally scarred." He said, "While I was there, I saw 3 fights and an attempted suicide."
What, with these transvestite go-go dancers?
Yeah, that was the clientele.
I wouldn't want to be one of them. They work the balls off you.
Hey! Yeah. But it made me want to go more, for I thought 3 fights and attempted suicide.
Is he still awake, him, that Carl Davis?
He's doing his Sudoku.
Do you know what? It's a dead good looking bloke, but he'll never come front of camera.
It's witness protection scheme.
Is it? I've said it many a time. I wish I could turn the camera on him and show him. He just sits there looking superior.
He does a bit. He looks down his nose at you, know.
Yeah, and at some distance to look down that, isn't it?
I don't know. What?
What was that? He's not even had any rum. What's wrong with you?
What?
You're not getting it.
Yeah. This is like, if you want to come on chat with us live on air, all you've got to do is
0800.
let us know in the comments, and all you need is a mobile phone with a camera and mic. That's off Carla, our technical guy. I mean, I know we'd take the rip out of that, but we couldn't do it without him, could we?
I could be at home now. Having a bath or something, or
with that bat duck
sweet.
about you.
Or asleep.
Or sleep.
Oh, that bat duck about you, Cal.
Yeah, well, this is payment for bat duck.
I bought him a duck for his bath in the shape of Batman.
Rubber.
Well, funnily enough, you've just reminded me, actually, I have some presents for you.
It's not a rubber duck, is it?
Well,
It's not another bottle of rum, is it?
It is rubber.
It's
But no, this is another present. I'll give you that one later. Right.
this rubber thing. You
one each
wouldn't
for you,
you wouldn't
so-
insert it in any orifice. So.
I'm going to pass these over, right? I was gifted one.
Are you coming on camera?
I'm not, no. I'm just going to pass it over.
Oh, okay then.
I'll pass it over, shall I?
Right.
No, let him bring it round. Bring it
come on,
camera.
You've got to keep it that way. You pass it over, but you've got to keep them that way.
Pictures, Fred. Pictures.
And the
Pictures
story
of
is-
Lily.
The story is, I was gifted these
Yeah.
by Buell Hill Mansion Association,
Oh yeah.
We like
and
them. We like
I
them.
can't put them on my wall because obviously I've got Lowry's on there, so they won't be in keeping with that.
What proper
The
Lowry's?
stolen one. So,
Prefer Ray Lowry's.
so these one's for you, and one's for Tony, and feel free to put them anywhere you want because I know you're a man that enjoys art.
Art for art's sake, me.
Well,
Money
Ah,
for
God's
God's
sake.
if you want to put
Money
one
for
in your
God's sake.
outside toilet, use one of these each. There's both for you. One for you and one for
Are they both the same, Carl?
They are, yeah.
What could they be? Fred?
I proudly accept
Oh.
that. Oh, it's
Let me just show the camera.
It's Buell
it's a
Park.
facsimile of Beulah Park, but
It's
a
Buell-
distorted
It's
view.
Buell Park
camera-
Mansion
the camera's
on
there.
acid.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Buell Park Mansion on acid, Fred.
There we
just
go.
said.
And
Oh,
they,
yeah,
can
yeah.
go,
So there
they,
you
they
are.
were sent, but they were donated. They was presented by Buell Hill Mansion Association.
Who's the artist? Do we know?
It's I can't pronounce his
Let me
name
have a look on
properly,
the
so I'm
back.
going to butcher it now. It's Heward.
Is it
How you
something like
see wood?
Cywood?
Cywood,
Is it something like Cywood?
Yeah.
Quite like that.
And then there's another one here. and this is for
16th
Tony.
of June. It's only a few days old.
Yes.
This is for Tony.
That's lovely, that.
I'm going to hear this is for Tony then.
Oh, you would do. Oh, it's a vase.
And this is from Hilary Curran, who is one of our moderators on Salford Online.
Hillary's one of his current squeezes.
And it is, I haven't
Rope.
got a clue what it is. Oh, there it is.
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
It's
Don't
James
tell me.
Keller and Son.
Keeler and Sons,
marmalade jar.
Glasgow.
It's got a
Marmalade.
crack in it, so
Yeah.
it's worth now. But
Yeah,
that's
I know.
for
That's
you.
why she's giving it me.
There you
Oh,
go.
cheers.
Do you know, as a plasterer, I could repair that crack so you'd never know
And it
where it
comes
was.
with a free box as well.
Oh, cheers, Hillary. That's really good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hillary. My bottom lip's going now because you didn't get me now. But
You got.
is that good, that? Fred? If it
I'm
wasn't
going to
that,
move
would
that
it
out
be...
of your way.
It's an old one, Fred. It
London.
doesn't say microwave proof.
No, no.
James Keynes.
Do you know most mugs, if you turn it over, they have a little groove in that side in the end? Do you know what that... Oh, there's the piece!
Yeah, it just needs glazing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, turn it the other way round, you div. No, come here.
Well, yeah, Fred, it's not the
Let the
piece.
plaster
It is
do
the piece. Look. You
You
div.
fell look.
Bet you
You
don't
fell
get it.
look, yeah.
No good at jigsaws, are you?
Look at it. That is the piece. Put that in a bit of super glue and fill this hole in. Did you not watch the repair shop?
Fred.
That's brilliant.
Hillary, really, please, honestly.
Aye, and it's a bit of wee marmalade from James Killer at Dundee.
Oh, touch. Well, I've been touched.
You,
a few times.
you are touched. There's a lot of people who go.
What I'm saying,
Put it back in here before you knock it off the table.
you know that pot lid I took a photograph of?
Yeah, I've got it.
Toothpaste?
Yeah,
I did a bit of research into that.
yeah,
And I asked a few of my friends who are in the, not game, should we say,
yeah.
exceedingly rare.
Really?
There's more to come from.
Tell me.
And it dates from at least 1840.
Probably never got half of that then, did they?
No,
But go
probably
on.
not.
It would do. So, 1840.
Yeah.
Exceedingly rare, could be worth about 100 quid.
Wow.
He asked me where he got it from. Is there any more? I just made up this. Well, I'm giving the game away. I told them, you was walking across your vast 600-acre land and you found it in the field, which would tie up because this was night soil.
It was.
And
All this land was a night soil train and they
Was-
used to empty all the sewage here. That's why Chat Moss has some of the lovely growing peat and soil. Very, very rich in soil. Look at that. Look at my back garden there. Look at all that.
Where's that pot lid? Have you sold it?
The what?
The pot lid. Oh, it's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we show it to the people?
Yeah, you can have it if you want, Flynny, if it means so much to you. Would you like it?
I would like it. No, it's too good to go in.
He's bad with his nerves, that Carl, and he's shaking like a
Can't
leaf.
reach.
Come here, don't waste it, son.
He's thingy though, isn't he? Oh, they're going.
Good night, lads. Thanks for the laugh. Len and Kath from Perth in Oz. Well, good night, you galahs. Pity you couldn't stay with us. We're just about to get started.
Better than watching loose women.
Are we loose men?
We're
I want to
loose
be
men.
Sharon, what's her name?
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Look at that lid. Look at that. Cold cream, perfume with otto of roses. And the royal seal on it, Fred. The chap told me.
The Royal
that's-
Warrants.
Well, whatever you want to call
The
it.
warrant. Ubique. No, that's the Royal Artillery. Ubique qui facet gloria. This is Honi Sui Qui Moli Pense, Evil be on him who looks evil on others, and Duet Mondroit with God at my right.
Gene Wheeler
This
Roberts
chap
says,
who
reminds
researched
me
this
of-
for me. Sorry, again.
reminds me of what I have got in my hand. Should have made them guess what you had, Carl.
Yeah, Gene Wheeler Roberts said you should have held it and had a bit of competition there, saying what have I got in my hand. But knowing you, we know what you've got in your hand half the time.
Well,
A lot of the
That's
time.
why he
a
wears
lot of the time.
if you'd have listened
what
to
that hole
it,
is in the toilet door. What's that hole for?
hey, you've got
hole.
problems. Do you know a toilet? That thing at the back that goes like that, Mike. It goes like that and down there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
You
well,
bend.
yeah.
I can't get my head around that.
No, I bet you can't.
Makes you think, doesn't it? But he was just talking about that there, Carl. It said, Kevin McCloskey, well done, chaps. If you chuck that full bottle between you, respect.
Piece of bit. Yeah, easy, Fred.
Kevin McCloskey, star of stage, screen, radio, television, shipbuilders, abattoirs, and knackyards. Tonight, this is your life. If you'd like to join the donation club, send a bottle of Salford honey rum to Fred and Flynny, and we'll drink it with pleasure. And you can come and have a drink with us, Kev.
Yeah, of course. And he could even sing his ditty, the Ballad of Salford Rum Blues.
Yeah, he's got it on YouTube, hasn't
Yeah, it's on YouTube, available to watch. Go and watch it now, it's good.
he? Yeah.
Very 12-bar blues. Dun, 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 dun. And Simon Williams wrote it. Not that's anything, to call the man. He's done a good job of it. Yes.
Do you remember The Strange World of Gurney Slade?
Yes.
Sonny Newley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you
a
remember?
great tune.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Yes.
ask you. Can you remember how it goes? Those are fruit flies and horse flies, by the way. Don't let them land on you. Get rid of them straight away. They give you a nasty bite.
I've had the bite from a horsefly before.
Terrible.
Not nice. Get off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about this,
Where's
viewer.
all
Mike's
the
drawing
rum
flies.
gone? You bunch of-
Drawing flies. I don't understand. They can actually speak English. Get off.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
People are confused that you've drank the rum, friend.
Only Rachel Barron, because she didn't have any. You could have been here, Rachel, and you could have had a bit of a swallow with us, darling, but you weren't. You weren't available. So the rum has gone.
The thriller's gone. B.B. King.
Oh. What did he call his guitar? What did he?
Lucille.
Oh. B.B. King.
yourself.
The thriller's
Hey.
gone. The thriller's gone. One of
Cameron
my favourite.
O'Hagan, that was just for you because I know you're a big blues fan.
One of my
And
favourite
Little
tracks
Jet.
of that. B.B. King.
I love him.
Past now, gone. God bless him.
The thriller's gone.
Great number.
I nearly went to it then, didn't you? See
You
that?
did.
was
Well, I
like-
didn't want to stop you. I was waiting for the intro. No strings and no brass, but you've got the
I was
brass.
there, Fred. Oh, yeah. I've got
And
the
you
neck.
can
I've
do
got
it.
The neck. I've got the neck.
You've got the neck for it. Yeah, you have.
Yeah. Hey, what are these hot dogs?
I've got the hot dogs there. They're ready. We're having hot dogs. With you can either have tomato ketchup or Coleman's mustard. None of that French, that Dijon. You can shove that where monkeys put their nuts. We're having proper Coleman's
You
mustard
know, I forgot.
or Heinz tomato ketchup. What?
Pisk. I was going to bring.
Don't come here pisking all over.
I can't help it, Frank.
Pisk what?
I was going to get a bowl of peanuts for the show, and then we could throw up in each other's gobs at inappropriate moment, and then start singing. The monkeys can't be wrong.
If you listen to the if you want to know the moral to the
I just
song,
happened to
50 million
have
little
in the
monkeys
car.
can't be wrong. Bum, bum,
Peanut
bum,
monkey
bum,
nuts.
bum, bum,
Oh,
bum,
no, we got
bum,
that.
bum,
They got to
bum,
be peanuts.
bum,
mate.
bum. Peanuts!
Close.
There's a chap walking, waving. He's waving then, isn't he?
Yeah, they do. They wave. They think I'm a recluse, a hermit on the moss, and they wave to me just to cheer me up. Where's he
See if he's
sloping
still
off to?
alive.
Where's our engineer going? He's gone for the nose. He's a right neck curtain now, isn't he? He's gone that way, you balmy bugger. He's heading north. on the 12 yards lane.
It could have been one of them councillors, you know what they're like.
Lewis Nelson.
Always on the moss.
Dumping microwaves in the
I voted for him. You know, like people are a bit guarded about the politics. When I went down to vote a few months back, I put his name straight on the top him, Lewis Nelson, because he's the only one I've seen put his money where his mouth isn't. Yeah, come and do something. And Alan Henry Whitehead applauded him as well. Well, what's good enough for Alan Henry Whitehead is good enough for me. I was going to do the glasses bit, borrow your glasses and mould them to Mike and say, I'm going to make an example of you. Who would I have been?
Leslie Walsh.
Leslie Walsh, the famous magistrate from Bexley Square.
Never been in front of him.
Have you been up before me before? I don't know what time do you get up? Have you been up before me before?
I don't recognise his coat. You should do.
Yeah.
A few times.
Yeah.
What was that about Auntie Marion? That.
Tim Marion.
Yeah. Rachel Barron.
She's a moaner, isn't she, on the choir?
You didn't invite me, miserable sod, she's put. I could have brought Auntie Marion with me. Now Auntie Marion, all that bump that I gave you that Bill Starkey had put together with his beautiful calligraphic handwriting, and what you've had a lot of pleasure out of, because I know you as a historian. If I'd read it, and it's all about Noel's House that I give £18.22, but you know as well as I do, I initially...
I'm not saying the figure.
Well, it was 10 grand.
Yeah.
But that was in 1970 something. Yeah, cash. And they wouldn't accept it. I eventually bought it for £18.22. But Marion, her father, and Rachel's grandfather, who married Len Starkey. Have you heard the name Len Starkey?
Shall I say one phrase?
Go on.
If you don't tell the truth, we're going to ring Len Starkey in. There you go.
Have you ever heard of Len Starkey, Carl?
Who? I know Hutch.
No, Starkey, not
Is it the same
Starsky.
guy?
Len Starkey and Three-Fingered Brody. They were famous on the Crescent in Salford.
Oh,
Every
Brody.
villain in Salford knows Len Starkey.
Not Brody and Doyle. Or was it Boulder?
Len, he used to, he didn't mess about with him, he'd nick you.
You would?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was it. If you don't cough, we'll get Starkey in.
yeah. Look at
Shilton me bones.
The name rings a bell.
Lynn Colonel Griffiths has
A
said,
good
without
job I had
doubt,
some Salford rum to warm them bones up.
that would have done the trick. Without doubt, this is the best thing on all week. You take years off me, honestly, love. We never took anything off her, did we?
Anything off of
I'm going round for the ham shank, but I don't know whether or not she'll allow me to take anything off.
Make sure you pull the bone out first of the shank.
There'll be no bone in the shank. Those are days gone by. Do you remember?
Another fella waving there, going the other way. A young lad.
They do, they feel sorry for me.
He's got badges out.
My dad said when he was in the army, they put bromide in your tea to stop you having sexual thoughts and
Stuff.
stuff like Viagra things do for you and all that. And he told me, I said, who made that, Dad? He said, I think it was a company in Hardwick called Slack and Cox. He called me the
Appropriately
old
called
man.
Hardwick.
Hardwick. Good, eh? But it's true, they used to do it when all the fellas were in the army, you know, even in, national service. Stop them lusting after women.
It could have been worse. It could have been made in Ramsbottom.
Oh, do you know what they call Ramsbottom?
I do.
Go on.
Tup's arse.
Tup's arse. Do you know why?
What?
Tell Mike he's
Tup's
looking
arse.
confused. Yeah.
Ram.
A ram is a tup. They call it a tup, it's a sheep.
Right.
And bottom, from ram's bottom, means tup's arse. And
They don't have. They have some real weird names around. West Orton,
Cowyed country.
Caryhead, Caryhead country.
That's because a farmer years ago, got the cow's head stuck in the gate.
Yeah.
And the gate was worth more, he thought, than the cow's head, so he cut the cow's head off.
Cow's head off. Yeah.
Cowyed they call it, don't
I
they?
learnt that from Prince. Singing,
Prince?
The
Purple Rain, Prince. I didn't know you knew him that well. Hey, come on now. We've said that you like Cat Stevens. Don't start telling us now that you knew Prince.
I knew Prince was interested in local history.
Yeah.
I've heard
No,
that.
can't remember his first name. The lead singer from the Autumn Weavers,
Tony Downs.
Tony Prince.
No.
The guy with the glasses.
No, that was Norman Prince.
Norman Prince.
Yeah, later on it was
Norman
Tony
Prince.
Downs, God
Yeah.
bless him. Tony's
His
passed
son
on.
used to.
Oh, it's gone
His
now.
son used to,
I have visions of Prince. And
He went to
Tiny
Dallasell.
little
His
man.
name was Tony Berry.
That's right.
And one of the brothers said to him, in a furious row, he said to him, "That's the last straw, Berry! And the class fell about laughing. He didn't realise what he was saying. So the brother whacked him with a stick. And they had a vicious sense of humour, those brothers.
I
Like,
went,
bit like the
there,
nuns.
Fred. I went there.
De La Salle. Oh, of course you did. That's why you never got on, isn't it? I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, I must admit, I never ever was thrashed, abused, or anything. No,
On your mother-in-law's life?
I'm my mother-in-law's wife.
Don't know whether or not to accept that because I know of.
Threatened. I got threatened.
Oh, well, it's coming out now, isn't it? Threatened.
Wow. Flynn, come here and all that. Paul Kenny knows the truth, don't you, Paul?
And don't ever open your mouth to Fred Fielder while you're doing one of these interviews about the brothers. That's why he's keeping stum. He knew what they were like.
I knew what they were like, but they knew what I was like.
They had a good rugby team.
Tony Neary.
Yeah, Tony
Chaz
Neal.
Winskis.
Yeah. Jim Collins.
I'm not sure about that one.
Jim's the patron of Salford Heart Care Unit.
Is it?
He drinks like a fish, not his fault.
Just changing the subject, can I just ask what's happened to Radio Manchester now? Have you are we not
Hang on a
allowed?
minute, we need this one for. Hang on, 2 secs. We need this one.
What was that?
Technical difficulties.
Oh, there.
Oh, what's happened?
Has the lecky gone?
No, Radio Manchester, we'll get sued.
All right.
Oh, right, yeah.
We can't say that about him.
No, go on, you can say what you want, I'm not bothered.
Go on then, Mike.
Just word it.
Go on, what's happened?
No, it's just that they stopped the 60s show on a Sunday with Mike Sweeney. They've stopped the live talk shows, most of them. And I think it seems like when you was working there, it seems like another new brush has come in.
Swept clean.
Sweet clean.
My opinion is
what
that
they're doing, they're doing like Radio 2 are doing, and they're starting playing lots of pop music.
yeah,
And I thought Radio Manchester was completely different from your other radio stations.
the only guy that ever brought any life into Radio Manchester was Mike Sweeney.
Yeah.
People used to listen to him in droves. He played some good stuff.
Yeah.
Eamon and Jimmy, they finished now.
They've gone.
They used to do the Wow Show
That's
on a
right.
Sunday.
Shall we go back, Fred?
Where?
Me and you.
To where?
Radio Manchester. If they come crawling
They
on the
probably
knees.
wouldn't have you because
We
they
wouldn't
did-
have them.
I
blame
don't
you.
think that the popularity of local radio is going to last. I think it's going to, within the next couple of years. Alan Bezick's gone from Radio
That's
Manchester.
what I was saying. Yeah. Well, he's still there on a Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
In the graveyard slot.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the end for local radio.
That was
I
the
think.
only-
I don't know.
Carl
listening
knows
to
all
the
this
radio.
time, Carl, about the...
Of the decline of radio, yeah.
He knows
I
it.
agree, completely agree with Fred.
Yeah, and it's not only that.
The death knell for it was
Yeah,
years ago.
it's not only that. There's so much radio to listen to on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, people are they're not bound to frequency modulation. Sorry, to FM anymore. So what they're prepared to do is listen to the junk we put out.
Yeah.
This stuff without music.
Rubbish.
Podcasts,
Rubbish.
online,
Well, this is
internet,
Absolute
streaming.
rubbish we put out.
Do you think we should have a bit of music on in between us chatting like?
We have to play.
Absolutely. Not in my
we
opinion.
can
No.
technically do it, yeah.
No, it was actually for my benefit because I'd like to go. Why must I be a teenager in love? Bum 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 bum. Bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum ba bum ba dang a dang dang a ding a dong ding blue moon blue blue
We
moon.
could do a
Dickon used to do a
karaoke
great
show,
version
but
of
we,
that with the
Did he?
Salford Jets. It was a cappella.
Yeah,
And he used to do the bass voice.
and he's an old fella that can do a cappella.
I could, yeah.
And you're a fellow who could do a cappella.
Yeah. Dickon,
last
it's a
thing
good job he didn't turn up today. Will he watch this broadcast by any chance?
No, yeah.
No.
It's a shame, really, because there was two names to mention: Karen Young and Kay Valentine. And ask him, does the word relaxed, laid-back, hippie art teacher means anything to him?
Oh well, I know that does.
Yeah.
I know that does. Yeah.
Said he was laid back like a hippie and all that lot, and teaching out.
That's
What
exactly
school
what
did
it
he
was.
teach at, Flynny?
Bugle High.
Buell High.
Art teacher.
Buell High, I'll call you.
Every
Ah.
time we go out,
He
oh,
was art
Mr.
teacher.
Hubbard.
Was he your teacher, Carl?
for legal reasons, I cannot confirm that
But then he
Or
was.
deny.
or deny.
Then he was Carl's teacher.
It wasn't him turning up in a sports car
He may have done.
with...
A very nice looking young lady.
By the name of.
I don't know her name.
It,
but
it wasn't
there-
Mrs. Hubbard. Put it that way.
There were various.
You mean old Mother Hubbard, the girl he knocked around with?
Old mother.
And the dog got a bone, didn't it?
The only one
Oh no!
that
Oh
kind.
no! Get the bulldog here, bone. Where'd you got there?
We're calling them
It had no
unfairly, I
bone.
think. We call him unfairly.
I think it's fair to say he got around a bit.
Yeah. I was going to ask him, I believe you were the coolest, hippest school teacher.
He was really
Yeah,
cool. He was,
yeah.
honestly,
all
he was
all
a
the
really
people
cool
I know
teacher.
that he was his pupils were always saying he was our best teacher because he understood exactly. He was young himself.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he would be. How old is he now, Dickens? 70 something, isn't he?
He's 72, I think.
Do you want a question on sport?
No,
So he's 72.
I think so.
When he was at Buell Hill High. Buell Hill High.
You mean he's like 20s, wasn't he?
Would he have been about 20? Would he have been about 20 then?
20s.
Yeah.
Oh, he's only
What he
27,
used to do, he was always late, and he used to live right next to Buell Hill, and he used to jump over the gate and run in. He was always late.
Yeah, definitely.
Does anyone remember Dick and Hubbard? Share your stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in any shape or form. And there's
Smutty
no holds
better.
barred with Flynny and Fred, I'll tell
No,
you.
that's what I mean.
Tell it like it is. We don't care, because if we get arrested, I'll disavow all knowledge, just like I did when I filmed Mission Impossible with Brad Pitt. Sorry, Tom Cruise. I often get confused for both of them.
That wonderful expression you used, friend. You were a child of the 60s
I was.
with hate in there, you know.
A child of the revolution with hate in my eyes.
That's lovely.
I wasn't being ignorant. I was looking for Dickens' birthday to see how old he was, but I couldn't.
Hey up, Mike. I've had your ears lowered. Michelle Candler.
Michelle. Yeah.
You've had
We
your,
used
oh,
to
you've had
sit
haircut, have
together.
you?
Well, I did a Britney. First time lockout, I got me beard trimmer and just did it all over.
Thought you looked a bit different.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was him, actually. when he come in. I thought it was someone else.
No, I questioned him first. I said, hello, Mike, and he answered me back, so he fell into the trap straight away, so I knew it was him.
The old
Yeah.
ploy. The old ploy.
Mike, Prince amongst men.
Yeah.
Do you know, we had a great mutual pal, didn't we, when we were DJing? Larry Edwards.
Oh yeah, Larry. We
Sold
went to
us
see him in
scene.
hospital, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. It
Do
was-
you know, sold us
I
scene.
I remember you making all the nurses laugh.
Yeah, what did they do?
You were just being funny.
Oh, I thought I stripped off and did something.
No.
But he,
Larry Edwards.
Larry was a belting fella.
Great voice.
You know, at the time, go back in, what we're going, 15 years or something, Stacks of Soul was a barometer of which every soul band was measured by.
Exactly.
Pete Bradbury and Stuart Wood, of all those guys, Stacks went up there.
Yeah.
And Larry, Soul the Scene, was up there as well.
Well, when Stuart from Stacks of Soul was on holiday or couldn't make it, I think he had laryngitis. They got in Larry Edwards.
Did they really?
Yeah, to front the band, and he did a great job. He
Stuart-
did my benefit do at the Willows.
I was there.
I
I was there at your benefit, do. You had cancer.
Yeah.
Does it
Did you?
pain you to talk about it, or are
Not
you
at
open?
all. No, I'd love to talk about it. See if it helps anybody else.
Good lad. What
Bowel
did you have? Cancer of what?
Bowel cancer.
Bowel cancer.
Yeah.
Do you get these sticks that come through the post and you take a sample and
Yep.
send it off?
Yeah.
What would you advocate to people that receive those sticks?
Well, I know
put
somebody
through the
that's
right
not.
letterbox.
I know somebody that's not done it, and I nearly bit his head off. I said,
Yeah.
"You've got to do it. Do you want
Yeah.
to die?"
Yeah, me too.
That's
I tell
as
them that.
simple as that.
I do it. And
It's not a pleasant thing to do, but if you, that's the way I look at it.
Mike, everybody poos.
Yeah.
Everybody trumps and everybody pees. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, when we got these stick sensors, my lady and I, she lost her envelope. So I got onto her, my phone, and I said, look, she's lost. Is it possible to send them both in the same? Oh, yeah, no problem at all. As long as it's got the individual name, they'll send it through post. And it was that night, we'd just finished our supper, and I got a fit of giggles. She says, what's up with you? What's wrong with you? I said, that we sent off today. She said, yeah. I said, how long we've been together? 13 years, and we finally got our shit together. Anyhow, thankfully it come back, and we're clear,
All clear.
okay. But I think, yeah, you've got to have it done.
It was Bobby Moore that saved my life.
It's not Mike Prince, it's Jason King with a haircut.
That's Michelle again. She's always saying that.
Michelle can't lift. Has she got arthritis?
Yeah.
Michelle, my belle.
It
on.
was, yeah, it was Bobby Moore. The England
Bobby Moore, the
captain.
footballer.
The England captain.
The
that
charm
saved my
bracelet
life.
buyer.
What happened
The
was
Bogator
there was
Bandit.
a
Yeah.
there was a program on television. He had bowel cancer,
Right.
but he wouldn't get it. He wouldn't get tested. He kept it quiet, and that was the program. And I thought, well, if I ever get them symptoms, it's blood in your poo, basically.
Yeah.
On the toilet paper. If I ever get them symptoms, I'm going straight to the doctor.
And you got them
that's
and you
what I
did.
Yeah.
And now you're...
So in theory, he
You're
saved
cured.
my life. Yeah.
Do they say cured or remission?
No, it's cured.
That's good.
Clear,
That's good
all
news,
clear.
that, mate. But I
I was
remember
about
we had
6 years later.
a whip round because you weren't making any bread. You had no money or anything, did you?
Well, thanks to you and Dickon and Steve in West Orton, they organised it all. There were stacks of soul. Herman Turbits were there.
I know.
Yeah, it was great.
Paddy Whitlam.
Yeah.
We did a thing together, Mike and I, Freddie Garrity. It was for the... Who was on that night?
It was Mike Sweeney and the Thunderbirds as well. They were.
Mike Sweeney and the Thunderbirds, Reg Presley and the Trogs,
Yes.
the Mersey Beats,
Yeah.
the Tremolos,
Yes.
and Mike and I was sort of like compare. Mike was doing all the physical stuff with the computer and that. And I said to Tony Crane, we went backstage, and I said, Tony, I said, Mike and I said, we've not heard the Fortune Teller for years. Do you remember the song?
Of course I do.
He says, we
yeah.
don't do that much now. We don't do it anymore. We don't do it. And Billy, what's the other fella called? Billy, his mate, Tony Crane, Billy. Anyway, Billy says, yeah, we don't do that no more. Do we not do it? I said, come on, do it. Anyhow, they come on stage, they finish the set and said, good night, later. I said, hang on a minute, do you remember?
I do.
Hang on a minute, fellas, whoa. You said you'd do the Fortune Teller, and as soon as I said that, what happened?
Well, they played it, didn't they?
The drummer picked up and,
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah, that's right,
and we sang the Fortune Teller with the Mersey Beats, and people come up to me after said, the Mersey Beats was rubbish, but you was brilliant, but tell Mike Prince not to try and harmonise against your harmonious voice, Fred.
I don't understand that.
No, we had a laugh,
Yeah,
didn't we, Mike?
it's a big Northern Soul song, that as well.
Have you heard
Is
it?
it?
Right, I've got to say, have you heard by Robert
Benny
Plant?
Spellman.
Benny Spellman,
Yeah,
yeah.
have you heard
yeah,
by Robert Plant and Alison Krauss? Great album called Raising Sand. I've got the album, don't know for now.
I love Robert Plant.
Listen to it. Robert Plant, how they do it. What a song that is, though. Benny Spellman, as you say.
Benny Spellman.
And it's quite right.
Tell you also like Robert Palmer.
He was all right. He was
late
good at
Robert
Vinegar
Palmer.
Joe.
Some guys have all the luck. I thought it was brilliant, especially when he did that with them birds with bowler hats on, like Clockwork Orange.
Oh, yeah,
Addicted
yeah.
to Love.
Addicted to Love. Well done, Flynny. I threw that one open to see
Well,
if
of
you'd
course,
pick
if
up on
you
it.
look at that, none of them were playing.
No, no,
Shattered the
no.
myth now, Fred.
Name two girls that were in pop groups in the 1960s. Your time starts now.
Two girls that were in
Honeyland
pop.
One.
Susie Mathis.
No, they're in the band. Yeah, Susie Mathis. She was
Paper
with the
Dolls.
Paper Dolls, yeah. But the one I was thinking of was Megan Davis. Na, 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 na,
Oh, yeah.
na, na. Tell me when, the
Tell me
Applejack.
when.
She played
Yeah, I'm gonna say
no
it.
relation
Yeah.
at all to Ray Davis.
Yeah.
In fact, I sent Ray a card the other day. It was his birthday.
80, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
How old is
Here's
he?
one for you, Fred. Three pop songs. Well, there's a few actually. Let me get this right. All got the same title
Yeah.
and performed by different artists and got to number one.
Give me that question again.
A song with the same title performed by three different artists, different song, but with the same title. Back of the net. I know it.
Was Elvis one of these?
No. He's Googling it there. Look at him, the bugger.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'll have to give in on that, Mike.
I don't know.
The Power of Love.
Oh, yes.
Jennifer
and that
Rush.
Was that was the same year as well.
Was it Jennifer Rush?
Yes.
Jennifer Rush.
Huey Lewis and the News.
You listen to the news. And
Looks like Les Barry, isn't it?
Frankie Goes to
Hollywood. Yes.
Aye. Is he still going? He had
Another
AIDS,
one.
didn't he,
Got
Frank?
another one.
Yeah, he's still going, I think.
Yeah. Go on, what's the other one?
Three pop songs where the last line of the song is the title.
I can add to that, by the way.
All right, yeah.
Did you know that there were actually 3 songs?
Told you was Googling.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Huey Lewis and Jennifer Rush. They all had the same title in the same year, in 1985.
I think I just said that.
I think we
You
said
didn't say
that.
1985, did you?
No, we
I
didn't.
don't have to say the
You
year.
didn't say the same year.
Oh,
Just added that bit of information. So.
all right, 2 songs then. Number 1.
Do you know I was
You're not
joking
gonna
with
get
you
it, are you?
before about being your lack of harmony and that when we were singing the Fortune Teller. Your mate Michelle's been on and says Mike can sing like a bucket full of frogs. I heard him in 1972 and never got over it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! There you go.
Yeah,
Comment.
probably.
Go on, finish your story, Flynny. I had to get
A
that.
couple of songs.
Go on.
I'll give you 2.
No. Don't stop.
Number 1,
Me now.
and the title of the song is the last line of the song.
I'm never going to work that one out.
No.
Ah, you know.
Go on.
Virginia Plain, Roxy
What's her
Music.
name? Virginia Plain.
Up the junction, Squeeze.
The junction.
So it's my assumption
Which-
I'm strictly up the junction.
Which is the only song that features the last word is nose. Nose.
Everybody know. Oh no, that's
Nose,
Knows. Yeah. Knows. I don't know this.
What's New Pussycat?
Well, where's his nose come into that?
It's Pussycat's nose. That's the last word. Last 2 words.
You and your pussycat knows it's not unusual. You and your pussycat knows.
Are people still watching this?
I don't know. They probably got fed up. I don't know.
Are they still watching?
Oh, they thought they might have got fed up by now.
I didn't.
I got that off Mike Sweeney actually.
Did you?
You get it cured.
I remember
Get it
Mike
cured.
Sweeney saying on radio once, the Shirelles hit, what was it called? And everybody put on it, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? And it's not.
It's Will You Love Me Tomorrow?
Yeah. Will You Love Me Tomorrow? And everybody sings, Will You Still Love Me?
Yeah, but the word where it is, it's but will you?
Why
love me
doesn't
tomorrow?
Flynny stand his mic in the rum bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But I think that the mic's too thick.
I think she's not wrong.
It's too thick. Bit like myself. Oh no, it'll overbalance there. I can feel it in water. Let's put
No,
the
it
lid,
won't.
Let's get a bit of product.
put the lid back on. It's for his lamp. You're giving this to your mate, aren't you? For his lamp.
Yeah, Billy. It's a lady. The lovely Billy, the librarian of Eccles.
Oh yeah, Lynn Cullen and Griffiths. Holly Johnson, one of my son's good friends. Now I actually know Lee, her son, and he plays with Tom Robinson, the Tom Robinson band.
Holly Johnson was the lead singer from Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
He was 2, 4, 6, 8.
Tom
Never too
Robinson.
late. I know. I'm saying Tom Robinson. You've already had your Holly
Tom
Johnson. bit.
Robinson. I was working at Robinson's Records at the time.
No relation.
No.
Doreen. Doreen from
Doreen.
Robinson's Records.
Doreen.
Bloody hell, you've brought back a memory.
Yeah. You'd walk in through the cafe.
Hang on a minute.
right,
Which
yeah,
one are you talking about? The one on
The one on Blackfriars Street.
Yeah.
The big one. Well, I was in charge of
Downstairs
the
was
singles
the.
Was you?
Yeah.
I bought
Cassettes and singles.
singles.
All the
You get a lot of
accessories.
American imports.
Yeah, that's right.
Used to do replay stuff on the old microphone.
Here's one for you. There are a couple of things about Robinson's Records.
Three
Yeah.
singers cut the first cut of the deepest, Mike Prince. It's the same people, isn't it, Freddie? You know, are we being stalked?
Michelle Cantley. She can't leave me alone.
So
If you don't marry me, I'll.
I
Yeah.
remember Arthur Robinson coming back from America. He says, Mike, I've got a record. It's not released in the States yet, but the DJs over there think it's really, really good.
Go on.
And he got a 12-inch single. So I put it on. Never heard of him before. And as soon as I heard it, I thought, this is it. I'm taking this to the Wishing Well tonight. And I was the first one in the UK to play it.
And it was
YMCA.
Yumka,
Yeah.
the Polish band. Yumka.
Yeah.
YMCA. I want to be the Indian with all the feathers if we ever go out as the village people. What do you want to be?
Hader.
Sissy and Ada. Yeah, I don't know. No, but we've had some good times when you look back at the 60s, what we've been through and the times, the tribulations and
Great times,
everything.
Alex.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't have been born at any other time, Fred.
I wouldn't, in spite of Harold Wilson and with the pound in your
like
pocket.
It's
Come on, listen to this, Mary. Listen to what he's got to do. Oh, Mary, come here, love.
I thought you were saying it's by Al O'Reilly.
I'd like
Yeah.
to have been a teenager in the 50s when rock and roll first started.
Rock and roll is here to
Yeah,
stay.
but you may have had
It
to
will
work
never
in the
die.
war. You could have been killed in a blitz. It could have been
Yeah.
nothing, Fred. You'd been a
Yeah,
teenager.
it's the ballroom blitz. It's the ballroom blitz.
Probably knew somebody that owned a TARDIS.
Who owns a TARDIS, Fred? Do you know anyone?
I've got one in the yard as it happens. If you'd like to step aboard my machine, there'd be a canine scraps all over the floor, but you'll be all right. It's only mechanical stuff like shavings of a plane. Not a
tell you
plane,
what.
off a lathe.
This our show has it's been alright.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a natter over something. And
All the
it's,
plans that we made, we didn't even make it, did we? Let's be honest.
No, we didn't. They never work out the same, but I think that's it. And nothing's ever
What
scripted.
we'll do is we'll do that, then you look bored and I look bored, and
Yeah.
just throw it on the table.
Yeah, the only thing that's scripted is these name checks that
Yeah.
Flynny wanted to give, and
Yeah.
quite rightly too. You can't remember all of them.
No, I can.
Can
Not my
you?
age, Fred. Not my age.
Yeah.
Yeah, Francesca Flynn, Richard and Margaret Jennings, John Pavitt, Debbie Jones, the Amundsen Station, Cheryl Burbeck, Chris Hill.
Where are the hot dogs?
Oh yeah, we started.
Who's asked for
Oh,
them?
Billy.
Healy.
Billy Healy. Now, I've seen a picture of you there with a dummy in your mouth. Now, you'll never get a hot dog past the dummy. How old is that, Billy Healy? Look at him on. Must only be 18 months old.
Girl.
Oh, there's Kevin and Lynn. That was a brother. She lost him last year. She's very...
There's a few of these names I recognise.
Yeah, well, you will. You know, I mean, these are
Well, I'll
so...
put it on my Facebook page as well, so maybe...
Yeah. They're all human beings with bugger all to do except listen to us and when we do the what's it.
But it has to be said, Fred.
50s
I'll
and
say
60s.
this.
Say it.
I'll say it.
Say it
I will.
again.
I will.
Say it.
Say
Go
it.
on,
Say it.
Go on,
Say
say
it.
it.
This show will probably attract 30, 40, possibly 50,000.
I know. What about the grocers? How many did that get? We did the grocers pub the other night, Carl, and it got
was 17,000 when I stopped counting.
17,000. What was the first one we did when we did
That's just on
90,000 hits?
That's just on one.
That's on one page, Fred.
It's shared to different ones as
Count
well.
them
Yeah, but it goes worldwide, doesn't it? Over to Oz and a lot of
Well,
expats
this
in
at
Oz.
the moment is live on Facebook, YouTube, and something called Twitch. I haven't got a clue. I just
Switch.
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 I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
There used to be a Switch card.
It was free, so I added it.
Oh, good.
Did you?
All right, then. Right. Should
So
give it-
we'll tell you-
We'll give it another 15 minutes, I think.
All right,
And
if you're
then
going to
get
do
the hot
15
dogs on.
minutes, let me just throw this one
Please
in.
do. Please do.
Your favourite fish and chip shop. And should we say Salford or Greater Manchester? Should we-
Salford.
Salford only.
Salford only.
Salford only, and you can't have Frank Wong because he was mine. Oh, you can't have Frank Wong if you've got a memory. And what was your favourite chippy?
I'll tell you the one, Fred. I had a few, but I'll tell you the one. Sykes's in Swindon.
Still there.
Yes,
did.
it's still there.
Yeah.
Still
just
there,
say-
sit down meal there. lunchtime.
Carl and I did this before the COVID thing erupted last January. We asked our readers, didn't we, for what's he doing there?
He's
I'm just
stretching.
stretching.
Oh,
He's
right.
stretching. He's doing his aerobics.
Naked yoga.
Yeah.
Does it very often. He does it in the car as well.
Bit worried about him, you know.
Yes, I know, yeah, naked
Don't
yoga
let
in
him
the
see any
car.
photographs of naked ladies and that.
Chippy.
Go on,
So
favourite
anyway,
chippy, yeah, we digress
We
then.
put it to the reader on
Yeah.
our site, Salford Media,
The
and
reader.
he came back with and said, "Stop fanning about. It's Sykes all the way." So we went to Sykes's.
It is good, Sam.
Nice.
We
Chippy
gave
on
him an
Leeds Road.
award.
Yeah, I've got a
We gave him an award.
Mare's Chippy on Wees
right.
Road. I've never heard of Mare's
Belton
Chippy.
Chippy,
It was
hey,
amazing.
man, yeah.
Where was it?
Wees Road,
Little
over
Wees-
the
yeah,
on
yeah,
by the
Wees
railway
Road.
bridge.
In lard or in oil?
I was too young at the time and it shut down
Yes,
shortly afterwards, but I think it was.
Mare's
I think
Chippy,
it was
I like
live.
that. There was one on Glendore, and I've got to say, it wasn't my favourite.
Glendore,
He
up in
went
Scotland.
to a Chinese, and they called it toenails. They reckon the owner used to clip his toenails and bing, fly him into the fat.
I was telling Flynny last week about this fella, his wife. He treated her miserably. Listen to this, Cal. True story. I can't. I really cannot mention his name because if he ever found out,
Tom Thompson.
he'd get divorced from her.
We can prove this. We can
Yeah.
actually prove
Kelly,
this
my
now.
daughter, doesn't believe you have a TARDIS and Cybermen in your garden. Does she not?
Give me 2 seconds. We can prove this right now because
Go
I
on.
can go on the camera and show her.
Go on, go on, go on, show
Give me
her.
2 seconds.
We'll give you 2 seconds. I'm sorry, your time's up.
Just gotta get it working. Right,
Working.
you carry on talking.
We'll carry on waffling.
I was telling you about this fella. He was horrible to his wife, and this wife was a friend of my lady. And she told my lady, confidentially, I got one over on him. You know what his favourite meal is, don't you? So Joe says, yeah, you said it's spaghetti bolognese. Yes, but it's got to have Parmesan cheese on it, hasn't it? Oh, yeah, yeah. Said Fred likes that bit of Parmesan cheese on a spaghetti bolognese, or a carbonara with a bit of bacon in that. So she said, I got my own back. She said, he'll never know, but I got my own back in. She had one of those things like a grinder, what you get the hard skin off your heel with. Hey, listen to this, it gets better. She had a load of it collected in the thing. Well, she sprinkled it all over his spaghetti. He ate it and he said, that's the best Parmesan cheese you've had. Honest to God, true story. How awful. So listen,
Cannibalism.
be good to people that cook your food.
Yes.
I would never ever send a meal back in a restaurant. I'd never do it.
No.
Because they'd all get together and spit it
time
or
of
whatever.
year,
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I'd just say, I'm not paying for that. It was awful. Oh, well, we'll take it. No, I said, I don't want it. I'm not paying for it. And I don't pay service charge if the service doesn't warrant it. It's not obligatory.
No.
I always say, no, I don't always say. When it's happened, the odd occasion, I say, I'm not paying the service charge because I really don't feel as though I've had the service. I will pay the main meal and that's it. But I will never come again, so don't worry about ever being done out your service charge again.
I'll never do a runner from here again.
Yeah, Alligator. Rest in peace. Last time I run out of here.
There's a Walkden chippy that still sells scraps
Scratchings.
on the main.
Sells them.
Well, gives them away. Sorry.
Yeah, quite right. Scraps again. Scraps. Where's he going? He's going walkabout.
Well, look, he split the screen, Fred.
He split the screen, so he's going on the garden.
there you
Let's
go.
have a-
Catherine, are you
like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone past the orangery.
Yeah.
He's going down towards the
He
fountain.
come by the west wing.
There's a fella trying to get out of the lake. That was the last bloke that was on our show, Michael.
Yes.
He's going round the corner now
I think he's drunk.
and coming into. He is drunk and he's only been whiffing the fumes off our Salford honey rum. He's going
Salford
round there
honey
now.
rum.
He should lift the cat. There's the old fella trying to get out.
There he is. Oh,
No,
bless him.
he'll
He was
lift the
alright.
camera up here and you will see. Lo and behold, not yet.
Oh,
There's the plaque.
there you
There, who's that on the roof, Flynny?
Cyberman.
TARDIS.
Yeah, look at that.
Event. Oh, hey, they look well.
And there's the TARDIS. So put that in your smoke and pipe it.
Yeah, that's proof it ever was needed.
And ladders at the side, so it's that to get to the top.
I put them there because I was doing some work putting the hanging baskets up for her. Just stick these hanging baskets up here, it won't take you long. See, there's a TARDIS. When he first come here, he said to Flynny, he's got a TARDIS in the backyard. I said, wait, it wasn't there this morning.
You've got a tiger in a tree as well, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a tiger and a teddy bear up another tree. I'm looking for a bear. I want a stuffed bear, then I'll have lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Hang on, where's he going now, Fred? I'll keep
He's
an eye
coming
on
back,
him.
I think.
Yeah, he's on his way back now. There's my monster truck in the background. Can you see it there?
Yeah.
Oh, not there. There's a gargoyle.
I like
That's
your,
it.
Your fields are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, my back lawn. Look at my back lawn. I have to use the tractor to mow it down. I can't use my fly mower on
And
that.
all the bicycles as a fence.
Yeah, all the bikes.
First offence.
People think I'm a nutter, but I'm one step ahead because I know I am. There's the Belfast sink in the corner. There's my US mailbox. I got that off Elvis. I'm a US mail. I lied about Elvis. I didn't get it off him. That's a Tilly truck there.
He's back.
He's coming back now. He's on his way back. There's that. Show him that one there, Carl. While you're on it, that old fella there sat in that. It's one of the very early disability scooters, and he's been sat in there waiting for Flynny to turn up on one of these.
If we flit to get a bit.
And look at the bike there. Zoom in on that board track racer there, Carl. The yellow thing, the yellow bike. That's it. Look at that.
Hills in Middleton.
Goes like stink. That honest, that bike does about 60, 70 mile an hour, which you might think it's only 80cc. Goes like the clappers. Right, come in, Carl. Hills and Middleton. That's not in Salford. And Rachel Barron says, hey up, Carl's getting technical.